Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the TOPT Podcast. My name is Seb,
Lionel,
and Larry, and this is TOPT, where we talk One Piece and anime. Oh man, I got that through pretty well, I think. No?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I didn't even practice. But how's it going, everybody? It is episode 255 of the TOPT Pod. Crazy.
And I'm here.
And Lionel's here, and Larry isn't, unfortunately. Sad to see my bro not be able to make it.
Yeah.
In general, Larry said, I don't even remember what he's doing. I think he went to go see a wedding or something, but he's not going to be able to make it. I do want to say, y'all, like the stream if you haven't already. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. We don't have too much on the docket today. I do have a theory. Marv does have his top 10, which we will get to at some point in the episode. But yeah, I mean, not too much. We might even be able to get the calls. We're going to read some super chats. We're going to get into some conversation and discussion about some things. Should be a whole lot of fun. Programming note for you all. I'm still deciding whether I'll be able to do a call-in stream tomorrow. It's looking unlikely, and I can't do the DDT this week because I'm traveling for work. But we are back at it again next week. So looking forward to doing that with you guys. Call-in stream, TBD. Knicks is playing. I'm contemplating going to the game. I'm not going to lie to y'all. It's going to be a lot of money I got to spend for that. But how often do the Knicks get to go to the Eastern Conference Finals and I'm in town? You know what I'm saying? Okay. It doesn't happen all the time. Last year, I wasn't in town. So
and they were
yeah, and they lost. I mean, if I was at game one last year, I'd have cried. I probably would have killed the man.
All right, wow.
I'm not even playing. If y'all go back and watch game one of the Eastern Conference Finals last year, you would understand why murder was on my mind. Anyway, but yeah, guys, like the stream. I'm gonna shout out chat before we get into some super chats. I see Creative Broccoli's in here. Davey D. Oaks is in here. I see Xavier O'Dilly. I see. Well, it's really just saying like 5 people over and over again. Yeah, it's Nick is in here. Sunnit is here. Plumped is here. Trafalgar D. Jenny. TK Tite. Just so many. We really appreciate it. Red Eyes is here. Mr. Prince. Almighty Solo. Eric. Corey Carrazzo. Just so many. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Guys, let me know what you think I should do. Should we do the theory first? I think I told you guys about the theory that I was working on about Garling. I know y'all don't love Garling, but I have this little mini theory that y'all might like. Lawrence more specifically, because he's seen who I'm going to reference him to. And I don't think Lionel has. I already mentioned it to Marv a little bit earlier.
It's not that we... I gotta say, not that we don't like Garling, we just know he didn't scar like it.
You don't know that!
No, we know. I think the evidence kind of speaks for itself.
No.
Yeah, you know, like he's not strong enough. So a lot of times, like people take like the stuff I say, and it may be not in their favor, or I guess even you want to say this is negative about someone. It's not that I don't like them. There's not many people, like for example, I explained before on the podcast. I said this before because it was, I don't know when, but I did about Marco. It's not it gets heated debates with Sebastian. It's like, I don't put people where he is, so I fight against because I heavily believe he's not of that stature, so I fight for it. I'm the type of person, I fight for what I believe in, right? The only person I could say fully I don't really like some most time is Usopp and his cowardice. Mm-hmm. Like I don't like that at all. Mm-hmm. You know, like I was kind of regretting when they got him on the crew because he's a coward.
That's so great.
From the beginning, I was like, because he's a coward. And
you
I don't
give
like
a
that.
chance, man.
It's not changing. But it's not that I don't like these people. It's just like if I don't believe it, so it's not bashing them, I'm not slandering them, I'm not attacking them. If I don't believe something about a character, and that goes for anybody. Like I said before, I have favorite characters, but I have certain gripes about those favorite characters. I do. Something that I me personally wouldn't do myself. So it's like everyone kind of, I view more people that way. If you do something I wouldn't do or I don't believe to do it, I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna favoritism that way. No. Like for example, my favorite person is Roger. I'm not turning myself in. That's not something I'm doing. I'm sorry. I wouldn't do it. I would not do it.
Hold on. Even if you knew, like, how would you have sparked the?
I'll do it a different way. I'll thought of a different way to do it. I haven't thought about like that. I'm not putting my hands into my enemies.
You
like
have
that.
to create the spectacle, though.
Yeah, I mean, for example, in a way, not exactly the same. I know, not exactly the same. I'm gonna use Luffy did it when he wanted to send his message out to his crewmates.
It's not the same.
Yeah, he did. I know. I said it's not the same. But anyway, drawing that attention to yourself is very possible. You're the pirate king. You can find another way to do it. You know, you don't have to turn yourself in to do it. This is something I wouldn't do. You know?
I can respect the not turning yourself in. I'm saying whatever solution you have for getting the message out to the masses,
he could do it.
That's not.
Dude, if you just need Big News Morgan, you act like he's not.
That's all you need.
Yeah, no, you're pretty much saying that he would have to, for Roger to do this, he would have to tie in with Big News Morgan.
Who knows how big he was at the time anyway?
And Vegapunk. Honestly, because Vega was broadcasting, those two people could factor the world. Yeah. Roger's all right, I'm going to get connected with both of them, or let me say what I got to say. Mm-hmm. It's just like
I am that shit. It may not be something you do. I'm just not turning myself into the world government or the Marine Corps.
I can respect it. Your message isn't getting out there.
It will. It will.
All right, let's hit some of these super chats, man, and then we'll get into some of the other media stuff of the episode. But again, guys, like the stream. We got 12 months at Nakama status from Xavier O'Dilly. It says, "Sup, crazy idea. What if Elbaph's sword is Zunesha's?"
Like
he uses his trunk to pick it up
because that would be the only way. And unless you're talking about, they're like, are they stuck in the zone? You have to believe that Zunesha is a zone. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then are they stuck in the zone? Because what about the hybrid form and stuff like that? Is it just like a bigger version of Jack? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is Zunesha? I don't know if that's the case. I don't see it. Until we get further on this, I'm going to say, as dope as that could be, because just winning with your trunk is not cool to me. It's not something I expect.
That would be. That's so Oda though.
Yeah, it is Oda. It is Oda.
I feel like the sword's too big.
That's what I'm thinking too. I mean, because
bigger than Zunesha?
It might be, honestly. But also I'm thinking of Zunesha's walking in the ocean One Piece. So like,
yo, yes, and maybe I'm just size scaling poorly here. Elbaph is like I
don't know which one's bigger. Actually, I don't know.
I'm trying to think, yo. I'm trying to think. Because Elbaph is huge, and the sword is like protruding into Elbaph, probably like digged into the core. So it's like only a part of the sword that we even see.
Yeah.
So it's like even longer.
They might be the same height, bro. For all we know.
Maybe it is Zunesha's, and maybe whatever Zunesha's punished for is whatever happened to do with the sword.
And I'm just thinking, is this theory off Spad sword ability? Because that's the link I got. Because remember, this
Spandam.
Yeah, Spandam. Like this is search like an elephant or something stupid.
It does.
So is that your idea? Is that what that sparked that? Because that's just funny.
I don't know. I mean, again, I could totally see Oda doing that though. Having Zunesha wield the sword with.
I think honestly, remember the shadow figures we saw right before Skype? Those things like that. For someone to wield the sword, you'd kind of have to be that size, sort of. I guess Maybe they foreshadowed something that we're gonna see.
The only thing I can think of will be that big is like the creatures that we think existed that we don't know, but the fact that there's a big giant skull on Onigashima, like that's somebody's head.
Yeah,
and they existed at one point. That's like we're talking about that type of big.
Question, real quick. All right, because we already know, like, all right, there's Loki, but he's letting away not a full-on blood. He has ancient blind, but there's probably bigger ancient giants of that one, right? But say like. Because it could just be the 8 legendary giant. If he was the full-blooded, like in how Or's in the one, like the full-on, or I'll say the father of them, he'd probably be the biggest. And what if you go into and he had the dragon fruit, right? That makes you the biggest dragon, whatever, but it's also relative to your size. The bigger you are, the bigger that dragon's gonna be. So how would the biggest giant we could possibly think of, ate that thing in that hybrid form? Do you think that would be the wielder of the sword? Because to me, I don't know, is that big enough?
Probably.
Right?
I mean, maybe not, but like...
Is that big enough, though?
Yeah, I like the idea that whoever's skull on Onigashima is the sword owner or whatever, wielder.
But there's two big swords that we know
yeah.
of. There's one in Wano, which is a Japanese sword. That's the same thing. Then you have one on Elbaph. So just like, all right, who are these big giant people that are wielding these swords?
So we've already talked about the giants in general, right? And like now they have these gods who seemingly may have been walking the earth at some point. Maybe the world's just full of more giants at a different point in time. Yeah, I assume it's really just more the Legends of Origins people, but
yeah.
All right, we got another 20 from Creative Broccoli. It says, yo, we've seen Doffy, Boa, and Mihawk have Conqueror's Haki. We've also seen that their Seraphim keep at least some of their personalities and can use observation and armament Haki. Do you think they could ever use Conqueror's Haki and rebel?
My question is, when did we see Mihawk?
Oh, use Conqueror's Haki?
Yeah.
I completely skated by that.
Yeah.
I'm be honest.
Me and Lewis both nodded like both reacted. We said Boa, Doffy, and Mihawk. I'm like, no, okay, Mihawk.
I mean, I feel like it's widely assumed and accepted that Mihawk's a conqueror.
Which is fair.
But you're right, we haven't seen it.
But again, it's the same thing when I argue with Lawrence with Ryuma. I'm the one who told Lawrence that I thought Ryuma was a conqueror, and Lawrence agreed with me.
But we don't have
proof. But yeah, we just
yeah.
don't have proof. That I can't, like, there's certain people I could say for a fact were conquerors without proof, and obviously the only people I thought of was off the top of my head was Roger and Rox, because the narrative they said that they kind of implied that heavily.
I feel like Garp was another one. The people had argued that he could not be, but I feel like it was accepted and known that like Garp is, right?
Yeah,
like for most people.
To me, it didn't make sense that he wasn't, but he wasn't being portrayed at the beginning. It was like, how is he not? It doesn't make sense.
It's just the names he was being respected by and tussling with was just very clearly. Like, even the dudes that had beef with Garp, with Don Chinjao, it's like, yo, I'm wrecking you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's why you were making exceptions. Like, Garp's the exception, I guess, because it didn't make sense. So,
I think I got a text, I got confused. But also, like, I don't know if you guys mentioned Sengoku being a conqueror.
Yeah.
Like, it's like Sengoku and Garp was, matching with all these other contemporaries like Roger, Whitebeard, and your boy has conquerors. There's no way in our minds thinking, Garp is not one of them. It didn't make any sense.
Okay, so to the question itself, do you think that they could utilize Conqueror's Haki and rebel? I do think it tells an amazing story if they could. I just don't know how you transfer Conqueror's Haki into... I don't know how you transfer will of power at all from one to the other.
Well, to me, there's a good chance that they might, only because... We're seeing like bloodline elements. In a way, it's their DNA. Like we're seeing other characteristics, like for example, Bo Hancock, right? It's showing that kind of naturally she gravitates to liking someone like Luffy, even as, like for example, we see the adult one do it, but we see why that happened because Luffy showed that he was different, right? There's no reason at all the young one should start liking Luffy, right? Because they didn't build up this thing that Bo Hancock saw in Luffy, that he was different, he was pure heart, he's not like all the men that she seen, like the horrors of men. Luffy seen more genuinely pure heart and a nice guy that actually cares for others, that want Bo Hancock's heart. That didn't happen with, the younger one, so where is she getting these feelings from? It didn't make sense, it's just a funny gag, right? This little version of her. So if it's like, in a way, like their DNA, because also, too, we're seeing, why I see my DNA, we're seeing it get passed.
Predisposed to just loving Luffy.
I guess so.
That's right. I mean, it could also be somehow also as well that through the cloning, he's taking some of their qualities and personalities with it. So it could be like, even though they're clones or whatever, he's taking some of their qualities that what makes Bo Hancock, Mihawk, Doffy, whatever. So you might see little glimpses of that.
Do you guys think that their age plays a factor? Because I might agree with for some of them. I didn't think that S-Hawk was anything like Mihawk. He was extremely aggressive, seemingly bratty even. And maybe that's what Mihawk was like as a child, but that's just not what Mihawk is like now. Yeah. He's kind of calm, cool, collected. Yeah. So like, I don't know, maybe Bo was boy crazy when she was younger. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. There's
a little difference because, for example, the Stussy we see in the flashback seems a little different from the Stussy we see, But
that just goes with age, though. Like, for instance, like, we see, for instance, Luffy as a kid now. Even, I get you, and I thought the thing, but there's big differences. There's big differences when Luffy as a kid now, whatever. Because remember, Luffy cried when he was a baby, when he was a kid. Luffy hates crying now. The only time we saw Luffy cry was when Usopp left. Or when Ace passed.
Also, when he was losing his crew, he cried too.
Yeah, I mean, stuff like that. But like, when you see Luffy getting hit and he's crying, you get me? Like,
So, but the thing is, like, if you're passing it on to your kids, there's a good chance because it's not say through DNA. We don't really know why, but there's a good possibility if he's taking the DNA or blood elements or whatever Vegapunk is doing. There's a good chance that they could have it, you know, or maybe it takes something different to actually awaken it. Though, all right, you have it, but you see like maybe something's not awaken it. So maybe there is a different thing where it has to be awakened in like these people because they're clones, not the real thing. You know, I don't know. I guess we'd have to find out more because Oda still. That's one thing he has to uncover. What makes a conqueror fully? We get little hints of it, but like, Ari, what exactly is
it's crazy we don't have that specific answer technically.
And there's more popping up now. It went from like 1 in a million to like they're popping up like.
I mean,
there's just billions of people.
Yeah, exactly.
Like odds are, if you're gonna be willing to do the things or being involved in the things that we're seeing now, you're gonna be.
Even though, like when Luffy knocked them out with 100,000 fishmen, and again, that's not even.
50,000 he knocked out.
Yeah, I'm saying,
but there was 100,000.
Yeah, right? 100. And that's not even all fishermen on the island, right? But they just said that's how much Luffy knocked out, not categorizing the whole island. And guess how many conquerors are on the island? 2. Maybe 3 of Sanji. Yeah, like, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the big difference.
I know, they did say in the new world, you're going to see more people with it, where, like, outside of the new world, we didn't get much.
Okay. Another 5 from It's Nick. What's up, gang? Can't wait to watch this back and review the chapter. Again, it's wild that I have to work 6 to 6:30 a.m. That's pretty rough, man.
Yeah, bro.
Have a good stream on the way to a bag. Well, have a good day at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy, bro.
That's rough, bro.
Yeah, man. Prayers up for you. Get some rest at some point. Another 5 from TKTite. It says, Bonny is on track to being one of the strongest people in One Piece once she hits adulthood. She already has Haki and control of a Devil Fruit, and she's only 12 years old. Yeah, she really is. Like, if you're talking about trending towards being a top tier, like, who started this young with this much?
Yeah.
I mean, people have unlocked Conqueror's Haki a little earlier than this, but they weren't, like, utilizing it.
But my thing is like, I don't know if she can really utilize her Haki like that. I actually think she's just probably tapping into her future when she's able to use Haki and just doing it.
I will also say this. Like, Doffy unlocked Conqueror's Haki and had a Devil Fruit before this. Technically. Yeah. And it was about that action. I feel like most of us would probably pick Doffy in a fight versus Bonny.
But also, Ace did the same thing too, though. You want to add that? Ace
he didn't have Devil Fruit.
At the time, he didn't have the Devil Fruit yet.
I don't know, it's possible Bonny would still win that matchup versus Kid Doffy. But
I don't know, because honestly, what Lionel said, that's probably what's happening. It's probably it could be actioning a future where she could use it. Like, for example, you didn't watch Hunter x Hunter, but it is an example of like what happens with Gon, right? But it could be that's what she's doing because she keeps saying distorted future, right? And then it could be distorted future if that's what it is pretty broken. A sort of future where, like, all right, a time where, like, say, like, I ate the Nika fruit.
Yeah, exactly.
It shows, like, where I can use, that.
Because they're showing with her ability, and this is what makes it broken. She's dabbling into futures and some dimensions where she could have Haki, she could have ability like Nika. Like, she's dabbling into territories that we don't fully understand or know in One Piece world. Yeah.
Okay, so devil's advocate, right? The way her ability works is how crazy her imagination can kind of go. Yeah. She can tap into these futures, potential futures. Granted, it might not necessarily be a negative, but do y'all think that she's able to placate that up or play that up to her benefit because she's a child? She still has this like dream-like wonder for the world. If she gets older and becomes more grounded in some sort of realism, will that limit her ability or will it just make the darker futures more possible and innately more powerful? Like, which do y'all think it is for Bonny?
It depends on how you develop your mind in a way. Because not like, for example, let's go with Blackbeard. He said, for the man's dreams never die.
Yeah, I think that too.
Okay.
So it's like, and then, for example, you have Blackbeard, but then you have Bellamy in a way who kind of seemed like his dreams did die for him because of what he went through. So it kind of shows like it depends on, not like Blackbeard didn't go through the hardships, whatever, but it kind of shows like how you kind of, through your life, how you choose to develop things. Are you going to let, like, pretty much the world Emu's world or whatever kind of defeats you, conquer you, where like you stop dreaming and you stop being imaginative or whatever, you know? Or are you able to overcome and conquer it and still keep this mind where like you're able to expand? Because to me, it's like it shouldn't limit. Ultimately, it should grow because your mind becomes sharper. You become wiser. You become smarter. You grow into your ability more capable. Like even Luffy, how to use your ability even different in a better way. You know that should happen with Bonny, especially now because she shows to be pretty smart. But to me, it depends. Like, for example, if the future goes well for you or the future goes bad. But, like, if she could tap into any future, like, I want to tap into the future where it went well for me. You could also just do that. She could even tap into my best future, you know, my most successful future. What does that look like? My strongest future. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm the most prime. There's a Superman prime, Bonny prime. You know what I'm saying? Bonny prime. My strongest and most ever. I tap into that one, you know? Stuff like that she can expand on to make herself like Hawks.
And I was thinking, because more what Saturn said, then he said, like, the more you believe, whatever, right? And I get what you're saying, because, like, when you're a kid, you have that innocent, like, you dream a lot more. Like, everything's, like, wonderful. Everything's, like, pretty much, like, your words are your oyster, pretty much. But when you get older, you see the realism, or things become more real, you mature, and your views might change a little bit on it. You may not be as a big of a dream when you were a kid, because you face the real world, you realize, all right, things always don't work out. The realistic of reality, and that's where I get like the conflict and like because like you could dream big, then you meet something like Emu and that destroys it. You get me?
Right. Like I think she started to doubt a little bit because of Saturn, and in a world where Haki is so important, like ultimately as strong as she can become, it's going to be about her willpower, right? That's going to push her to her limits, and then in the way her ability works, it's like belief and willpower like in conjunction. So if she stays in this like prime space of happiness / belief / will, then she can go as far as she can go. But if she has any reductions in that as she gets older, I don't know. It might in turn limit her. All right, we got another 5 from TKTT. It says, how strong is Maharaga with a domain expansion, and what do y'all think of him getting one in Modulo? All right, so I'm not fully caught up in JJK, and the twins don't watch it at all. Marv, do you have any? Okay. TK, my bad, bruh. This was a Larry question. Yeah. My man's ain't here today. Maharaga go pretty hard. He basically adapts to everything that comes at him. So you have to be able to like wipe him. You remember how Cell could like regenerate from stuff? Yeah. You had to completely erase Cell entirely to get him out of there. Yeah. Maharaga is like that, but he also like can just adapt to whatever you did just threw at him. Now I'm adapting. That won't work on me anymore. Kind of a thing.
I thought you used Kid Buu for that instead of Cell.
I thought Cell. I don't know why, but yeah, Kid Buu's probably the better comp. Domain expansion is also like where you can kind of change the surroundings to lock somebody into a space and like they can't get out of it. So it's like him with that ability plus the adaptation ability. He's pretty broken if he has all that, is what I'm saying. I don't even know what Modulo is, so I can't really answer. I'd say Gojo still got it, somehow. Another Yako joined the ship in Jeffrey Kesley. So welcome. Enjoy all the emojis.
Welcome.
Yeah, man.
That come with being
Thanks for joining.
Yako. Another 5 from TKTT. It says, do y'all think Big Mom felt the soul inside Enma, and that's why she told Kaido to dodge?
The soul inside Enma?
It's very possible. I took it as just energy / Haki or whatever. But
I took it as
possible.
I don't know. I wouldn't say the soul inside Enma because I don't think there's a soul in it. Because, like, for example, in a sense, we get what Enma was doing, right? Out of all the other swords, it was drawing out the most, I guess, Haki, right? So even more than what, even though Zoro was putting it out there, but he was fine because he was managing it because that's the Haki he was emitting, and Zoro was in like battle mode fighting 2 Yonkos. But if you compare the other swords, it was probably absorbing the most out of that. Like it stood out, like because obviously if you're sensing that, you could sense Haki. You could sense in the greater output in that Haki. Like yo, why is that sword radiant with Haki right now? To a point where like it's a threat now. So I think that's kind of what was happening. It's like, yo, dodge that because the amount of Haki it just like took from Zoro, or was Zoro's putting into it, or was taking from Zoro. Like you don't want to get hit by that. I think it was mostly what's happening, not necessarily the soul of the sword. I don't know. Did they talk about soul of swords in One Piece so much?
We just saw a Grim Reaper at one point.
Yeah.
And in SBS, it was like if the sword had a face or whatever, like if you know what I mean? Like we've had that.
So again, this is to me. I know a lot of people keep thinking. And this, I want to say it again. People keep thinking the Grim Reaper was the sword. That doesn't make any sense to me, right? Because remember, you guys got to remember the state that Zoro was in before the fight, right? He broke over. Was it 200 bones? It was a crazy amount of bones, or 27 bones. I always forget the number. I know it's a big gap, but I know it started with 2. It was like 27 or 200 bones in his body, right? To the point where Zoro was like coughing out blood. If he moves, he's gonna whatever. He damaged him, right? And then he took a shot from Chopper, right? That didn't heal him. All it did was make him not feel the pain, so he can move, right? Then he said, "I'm worried about." And remember, this is all the damage he took all the way now, getting hit by Kaido, blocking that sovereignty attack, all until that point. And then also you got to add his fight with Albert. All the damage he took from that, from then on till the end of Wano. It says whatever he damaged in, he's gonna feel. Remember, we talk about Blackberry feeling double the pain? No, this is double the damage for Zoro. So now he blocked, when he got hit by the Shoko Zombie, that's twice now. He broke whatever bones, double that. You know? He got hit with Kaido, he got hit by Kaido twice. Everything is double the damage to him. So that's what they said. So the Oda's trying to tell us all what Zoro went through, the double damage, it's like, all right, most people would have been dead from this. With Zero's strong will, he's legit fighting death to survive because all he wants to. Remember, it was double damage from all of Wano. That's what they're showing. It wasn't the sword. People forget that factor. You know, that's what I understood it to be. I could be wrong, but always understood it. Because why would the sword make him see death? You know, I understand then the word. No, it was because the damage he was in. He took for all that point. He was in a body cast before he fought Albert. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's true.
I agree. I'm touching on the whole Zoro being almost dead part and seeing Green River. I was talking about the rooftop thing. I do agree it was definitely the Haki that Big Mom saw. But I always thought the Haki they were talking about was Oden's at the time. Because Kaido came on saying, because they were saying, what's up with this sword and this Haki? And Kaido came saying, how come I see and sense Oden? Like, he kept on bringing that up. I thought at the beginning it was Oden's Haki. Then over time, that's when Zoro's Haki started to get more amplified inside the sword.
Question, right? So I don't know if people understand that. How do you think he was reacting similar to when the Scobbers were fighting him about Oden?
A little bit. And that's why I was like, that's the only thing I questioned is like, how is he sensing Oden's Haki during these moments? Is it could be the whole trauma PST thing? Or is it like, at this moment, they're sharing Oden's will, and that's what he's sensing. That's where I want, some things I want Oden to clear up, because it's like, what do we, like, because to me, that's the first time we saw that somebody else's Haki or will is being represented, supposedly, but somebody's sensing or feeling somebody else.
Yeah. See, and that's why I think, because I don't think you're saying, it's Oden's Haki, but it wouldn't make sense because how long it's been 20 years. Him not being
But the thing is, that goes with the Haki knot thing.
Yeah, I understand that. But that knot shows that it was trapped, right? And then once that knot was pulled, it was released. That knot's not still holding the Haki, is it? So the sword, what is trapping the Haki in it? Is it Enma just holding out and then releasing it? Maybe. It could be that if it's kind of like alive in that way. Maybe. But that's why I pointed out to, like, that's not the first time or the only time that Kaido was, like, seeing Oden. Because even, like, for example, the Scobbers, who don't have the Haki to truly hurt him, but showcasing that Oden, what he was feeling, he's like, why are they hurting me? Like, he's sensing Oden's energy, and it's hurting him, similar to what, not exactly, but similar to how Oden did. And Kaido couldn't even figure that out. He's like, how are they affecting me? Right? So it's kind of showing that they're coming with this inherited will like Oden, right? So I think that was kind of happening with Zoro, you know? He heard of all of Oden's backstory from the Scoutbirds. He wants to take Kaido out down like that, to share their will, all of them, you know? And that he shares their blood because he's a Shimoshuki, but I think that inherited will, sword fighting, was in effect where like, that same drive to take you out or whatever. I don't know, Oden didn't fully explain it, but to me it wasn't just Zoro or his sword doing it. We saw it with the Scoutbirds too. I can't say, the sword was Oden's Haki because we saw it with the Scoutbirds. They don't have Enma. They don't have Zoro. They have their own swords. So why is it the same thing happening there with them? It has to be something else. The main thing we got was inherited will. That's kind of like the common ground we got. Inherited his will. Because we kind of seen the similar with Luffy. You show that he's heavily inherited Roger's will. You know? We don't really have many people that fought Roger and fight Luffy at the same time. It's like, oh my gosh, like, right? You know, but it's like...
No, that's true, very true. I haven't seen anybody.
I don't know.
The closest thing would be, what, Rayleigh? Who's ever fought both of them for real? Maybe Kaido did.
Maybe.
Garb
Garb
didn't
but,
really fight Luffy.
But the thing is that we got a little bit of that was when the only thing is that it wasn't through fighting, it was through words. Mm-hmm. It's like they heard Shanks and Ray, both when they saw Luffy speak, who they see.
I was going to say Gabon as well, potentially, because he at least has gotten in Roger's face. I don't know if they ever fought for real. Okay. Yeah. Interesting combo. Another 10 from the FedEx guy. If Killingham is able to tap into Emu's fear to make a sleep tid, we could get a Joyboy sleep tid, silhouetted, where Killingham loses control of it, hinted by Sommers, and it backfires on them.
I don't know if Emu would appreciate that.
He would take out Killingham.
So while this is amazing, I think I'd hate it because I think what it's doing is the same thing that we just got in the last arc.
Yeah, I was
where Joyboy, big bad Joyboy, saving the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I need Luffy and Loki and the team to start locking in and getting some dubs here. Like, you can't keep relying on hockey knots, relying on people's mistakes to summon the dude you're supposed to be surpassing.
Yeah,
because we was already at an uphill battle to surpass Roger, and now you're talking about this other guy that maybe you one day are better than. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I like that as a plot development. See, back to back arcs.
Yeah. Actually, that made me think now, and I don't know how you're gonna feel. You're gonna like it at all because we're getting a glimpse of that. Do you think we're ever gonna get a sleep hit of any of the great legendary pirates? You know.
It'd be funny to see a sleep to the rocks, just to see what Larry's reaction would be like.
I will say we did get a hint of it, but it wasn't Joyboy. What Gunko said. Who do you fear? What's your fear, Gunko?
He said Nika, right?
He said Nika, right? But again, I would rather Luffy fight Nika, right, than it be on their side like Sebastian said, because we just got that, right? Like you said, so it's like, for example, anyway, the Luffy before Luffy, it's two people. It's Joyboy and Roger. And he's already, like you said, following Roger's on his way. The thing that Roger mapped out for him, he's following, and he's getting help from remnants of the Roger Pirates and all that. And then you have the past of the Haki, and then now an image of Joyboy or whatever, like kind of like of someone who you kind of are now, like the new version of it, or the stage version of it, helping you out. It's too much of like this way guiding, you know?
But even off that, like, I don't think that's possible. Because they're not actual, like, you get me? Like, at least when in the Naruto thing, because that's what I'm thinking of right now.
The question for me becomes, can Emu combine his ability with the sleep tid ability?
Oh,
where it's like, all right, I'm omening this now. You know what I'm saying?
That would be dope.
Like, all right, yeah, we got a Joyboy sleep tid. We got a Nika sleep tid. We got whatever. Rock sleep. It doesn't matter. But now I'm omening it. And now I'm enhancing what it can actually do. Because as they are now, the sleep tids just they don't go that hard.
Yeah, they don't.
Something needs to be added to it for it to become a real threat to me.
Yeah.
That's the only, I don't know if that even works, but why not? It's all made up powers.
To me, it's like, it would be a kind of example of what almost Throw the Bark, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm low-key still mad Oda didn't give it to us, right? As dope as Ryuma, you know, having Brook's shadow, I thought it would have been so dope if he had Zoro's, you know? So, in a way we could get it, and then also too, having Zoro fighting, because also we didn't even get Zoro fighting his own shadow, we didn't get that at all. And then you fight Ryuma, but it's Brook's shadow, we all know, even though we saw that Ryuma made Brook's style better or stronger because the way he was fighting, Brook couldn't beat him, if you got that, I think it would have been better if it was like, his own descendant is in his shadow, and then that will and spirit Zoro's fighting. It would have been dope with that one, right? But now, like you said, we could get example of that if like we do get an sleep tid, shadow sleep tid, you know, of Joyboy or Nika, whatever. I think at this point it should be Nika and not Joyboy, right? Because we just seen Joyboy, whatever, and then he omanizes that Nika sleeps. I'm making up words.
We need to
collectivize, right? That Nika to have them battle that, You know, I think that will be cooler than them being saved by that.
Yeah. Plus, I really just want Killingham and Somers to take their L's to Zoro and Sanji. Like, I want them to be competent.
Oh, I actually believe that Zoro and Sanji's gonna 1v1 them and take them down.
Yeah, I want them to be competent. I don't want it to be I messed up again for the 6th time. Sorry, like nah, man.
Because to me, also they're supposed to be stronger. Like super through that, it's gonna show, and I think it could be the point where Sanji even could awaken whatever, or they awaken Haki because now they're stronger with the Omi. And when it takes to already take them down to overcome the regenerative ability, now I don't know if it's going to mean that they're going to fully take them out, like, you know, make them pass or whatever, but to fully overcome that and then a stronger version of that, I think it could be actually worth it now where they're going to be able to overcome.
All right, we got another 2 from TKT. It says, Luffy is the sun god and son of a god. Dragon is the Zaza. I think we talked about this a little bit last stream or last week. I believe Dragon probably is the Zaza demon. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I think that's the devil that Dragon will likely have. I think.
Wait, why?
Okay, so we went over it a little bit last week. Bonnie weren't there. But in general, one, I think, I don't even know if we brought this out specifically, but I think the fact that it's been framed as something that is a nightmare to the Celestial Dragons is even further, like, tying it to Dragon's whole revolution. My goal is to overthrow the world government and the Celestial Dragons that sit at the top. Like, their biggest fear is this god. Like, one of their biggest fears is this, and like Luffy being one of their other biggest fears, Dragon being this other dynamic fear. I think, and Lawrence, feel free to jump in. I think the other pieces of it where we talked about how Dragon has always seemingly been represented by weather in some way.
Yeah.
This could just be a deeper bag that Oda can pull from with this like rain god. So like he always brings a storm and Dragon's always looking east and like the wind's always blowing. Every time you see him, the winds are blowing and there's rain. The first chapter we see from Dragon, it's like a hailstorm like comes. Lightning strikes. Like it's like a weather-based phenomena that's going down. There's a giant gust. So if you were to like have a devil fruit for Dragon, people have always theorized there would be some weather-based fruit. And now we're in this space where like you can't just have a weather fruit. You know what I mean? Like it has to be more. Like we've had the rain god, the forest god, the sun god, you know what I mean? The earth god. Like we've had all of that. For Dragon to just have like a wind logia fruit or something lower than that, I don't feel like it stands to cause or stands to justice for like what his impact in the story is supposed to be, especially going forward.
Yeah.
Right? Like I feel like we'd all be relatively disappointed. And it's kind of weird. Oda's boxed himself into this now where like he's at least laid the groundwork for it. So I think that's good.
Yeah.
But now like we're all going to just be retroactively disappointed if it's not something like this. So
no, that makes sense.
I think it is. I think it works. I think it works really well. I think it's also funny that like Sabo has like the flame fruit. Yeah. And you would have this like rain fruit. It's like, yes. You know what I mean? That's just kind of really
warm water. No, it's not.
Yeah. It's a little different, but yeah. I thought the same thing.
But yeah, there's been a bunch of YouTube videos on it. I think Morge did a really good one about representing like other options potentially too. Yeah. Like Vivi kind of representing potential rain god. But I do think that Dragon represents it best. Like it would be best if Dragon has it.
No, again, see, it makes a lot of sense, especially like getting Dragons in the last panels of the picture towards the end of One Piece. Dragon being this lore of, besides him being Luffy's father, being a major player in attacking the world government. Like, and again, it will hype Dragon up even more because again, people still making jokes. He's still standing. He's not doing nothing. But now the Oda's like building Dragon up a little more, especially giving him this fruit. It just adds. Okay,
it adds. You know the phrase. The calm before the storm.
Yeah. And I don't know if you brought up your theory with the dragon thing already.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, like, so like all that ties into, like,
It's raining in Marine Forge, y'all. Yeah. All right, we got another 14 months at Nakama status from Josiji Umbra. It says, work week has been long, waiting for the pod. Prayer hands and a heart emoji. Appreciate you, man. Hope you were able to get through that work week.
Yeah.
Work week just starting for most of us, right? I ain't gonna lie. Another 5 from Senpain featuring 6860. It says, is the emu fighting Loki weaker than the one that took out Zoro and Sanji? If giving out omens gives someone his power away, then it should be the case. Probably, yeah. I mean, he's also faring slightly worse. You know what I mean? Like, he absolutely washed Zoro and Sanji, which I don't think that really matters in the grand scheme for Emu, but, like, Loki's starting to land. Loki is seemingly clashing in the distance in the latest chapters, creating Haki sparks and things like that. So, I don't know. I would assume there is some drawback to just giving out the omen powers.
I don't know. I thought it was mostly him like doing the whole soul contract thing when he mentioned to the Gorosei.
But even then, they said that he can't just do that all the time. Because I remember I had a whole debate with Larry about, I was like, yo, like, you can't just give this out to whoever he wants. Larry's like, why not? And I was like, yo, there's got to be some drawback. And they kind of confirmed that doing the covenants, at least, took away from Emu.
Yeah. It said it affects him also. We don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know if Omen does, but I would think, at least in this version of how he's utilizing it, like, I don't know, it's like, what was it, Cell Jr.? Like, he had to give up something for that, right? Like, he's not just full power all the time once he did that. Or was he? I don't remember.
Man, because it's different. Because, like, for instance, I mean, I don't know. Because I know when they in Dragon Ball.
Why am I on Cell today? I'm even more perfect.
I mean, the fact that I was going to say the Dragon Ball reference with Tien and stuff, like, but like, they did say, because even in the newest chapter, they said, like, Emu can't even stay in the outside world for that long. So I guess, like, they're surely showing that even how powerful Emu is, there's heavy limits on certain things that's affecting him negatively.
That's the other piece, too, that I was going to highlight that I forgot. In general, like, every second that Emu seemingly is out here, he's weaker. Like, he's just getting progressively weaker. He's coughing up blood. I don't know if that was from Loki or just from the time limit or whatever, or a combination of the two. But, like as he fights, he's getting weaker because they've been highlighting he's not supposed to be here. He's not supposed to be outside of wherever he's normally at.
Yeah. And that's something, and people think, oh, this is bad, you know, because he's weaker or whatever. But my thing is, all right, would he be, like, fully at his strongest 100% if he's just at the Holy Land, you know, Mirajoy, and, like, if they fight him there, would that be 100% Emo?
Hopefully. And I think that's better for me. I like that.
I'd rather have Emo at full strength
and lose. And lose.
Because that's what I'm trying to confirm, like, is it the transformation? Or is him leaving the Mirajoy, or is it the combination of both? You leaving and the transformation. But now if you transformed and you're in Mirajoy, you're good. You're fine. That's why I want to clarify. Like, not clarify because I don't know the answer. I want to know.
Okay.
Like, that's what I want to know.
Guys, quick programming update. We're going to continue Super Chats for the next 15 minutes, but at 7 p.m., we will be getting Marv's top 10 favorite characters in One Piece. I don't even remember if that was the original request for the list, but that's what we got. So,
I thought it was top 10 strongest. Was it strong? I swear
I don't know that Marv prepared that. So, we go with the
they said top 10, so
yeah,
you can kind of, it's either there, you know. Favorite, it's up there.
Listen, man. Speaking of Marv, we got another 2 that says, from Wade the Asian, special appearance by Marv today. Yes, Marv will be coming in to do that.
He's coming in?
Oh, no, I ain't say all that. I'm just saying, bro. That's up to you.
I don't see another mic here. Am I getting up or?
Marv, what you want to do, man?
I'm gonna just do it from here.
Okay,
yeah, that makes sense.
Listen, I was gonna give you a clap. Listen,
that, bro.
I can take a bathroom break. You know what I'm saying? All right, we got another 5 from Luffy, the King of the Pirates. It says, "Happy break week, y'all. The goats." Thank you.
Thank you.
Who do you like more / who's stronger, Gogeta or Vegito?
Oh, I like Vegito more. I think he's stronger.
Definitely Vegito.
Vegito's definitely stronger, right?
I think Vegito was.
I mean,
he's definitely cooler.
Yeah, but it's not fair to say strong because they could be the same strength. Just all right, 30 minutes are up and that's it.
It wouldn't make sense for one of them to be stronger than the other.
Right. But the timeline.
I will say, shouldn't the 30-minute limitation make that one stronger?
Nah.
Or am I tripping?
No, because it's literally the same exact people. Why would it be different?
Like, you didn't get a power boost in the fusion dance.
It's like the same exact thing. Why is it this one coming?
Who got the better resume?
I don't think that matters.
Neither one of them have a good resumes, honestly.
To me, I think it's a question like, who's stronger, Vegeta or Vegeta?
I mean,
or I should say, who's stronger, Majin Vegeta at that time, or the Vegeta that was fighting Goku at that time. You know, because he fought or whatever. You know, it's like this. You're like the same thing.
If anything, the earrings are stronger or weaker. I mean, the earrings have to be weaker than the dance.
You think so? Yeah.
Well, because the earrings are the ones that are 30 minutes, right?
No, the other
the dance is 30 minutes. The earrings are permanent.
And also too, the earrings are supposed to be like divine because aren't the Kai supposed to be like they're divine figures? Like they're
Yeah, they are divine.
Yeah, so like in a way, if you want to go by that, it should be Vegeta. But I think they're just Vegeta. No, I mean Vegito. It should be. They should be the same shape. I don't see a difference.
Bro, the idea of fusing was so cool when I first like watched Dragon Ball. It's so stupid. Now that I think about it, like as an adult,
The dance.
it's so dumb.
But the thing is, because we're going off the Gogeta, because there's only 2 references I know. It's the one from the old movie when we first saw the
With Janemba or whatever.
Yeah, then there's the one with Broly, which had a fantastic showing, but.
Didn't they do it in GT as well?
But I'm seeing videos.
GT was horrible.
Yeah, it was bad. But I'm seeing videos where I don't know if this is canon or not, or fan made that Vegito is doing something similar to Gogeta. He's going God Super Saiyan with blue hair and like Super Saiyan 3 with it and all that stuff.
That's Dragon Ball Heroes, and it's not canon.
It's not canon. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm like.
Everything after the Buu saga ain't canon, dog, if we being real. But another 5 from Josie. It says, "Love you guys, man. Also, my middle name is Lawrence, and I thought it was crazy when I found out Larry and Law share the same name as me. Hashtag topped on top. Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but Larry's name is actually just Larry. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not Lawrence. It's actually Larry Laramotha Simmons." Another 2 from Wade the Asian. It says, "Is it too late for a twin takeover? Y'all kicking me out?" It's crazy. It's crazy y'all kicking me out, man. Twins was late. Y'all even say nothing when the Twins is late. It's crazy, bro.
Hey, Lawrence, if you do the twin takeover one of these days, if it happens again, we should wear the suit thing.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Shut up.
I'll show you later.
It's a twin thing. I'm just gonna start talking telepathically. Y'all gonna stream like that? That's crazy. Another 5 from Zateb Music. It says, "I know Elbaph was theorized to be Usopp's arc, but to be honest, I don't think there's a single Haki ability / Devil Fruit that makes him able to fight high tiers."
Wait, who's this?
Usopp.
Fighting who?
Any high / top tiers. I don't know why he's fighting top tiers.
Yeah,
it says high tiers. It says high tiers.
Why high? It has to be high in the first place.
Well, this is the Pirate King's crew.
Usopp's being nobody high. I'm telling you that right now.
We all know, like he's not getting past the Flying 6, so it's like you got to go even lower than there.
Well,
Like,
they're talking about what upgrade could he get that would get him to fight a commander level opponent.
a commander?
Yeah, higher than the Flying 6. Is there an upgrade? Is there an upgrade Usopp can acquire that would allow him to fight Jack?
He needs to talk to Vegapunk, man, and get his Haki up.
Talk to Vegapunk and get his
I'm trying to think with the strong.
Yeah, honestly, he needs
Talk
those.
to the smartest man in the world and get your Haki up.
I'm trying to think with
I'm
the
dead
strong.
serious, bro.
You would have to, with the strong fruit like Jesus Burgers fruit help.
I mean, it would. It's not realistic for him to get it, though.
Yeah, that doesn't
It already
fighting
exists.
style.
And honestly, yeah, I don't know. Does it help Usopp all that much?
Maybe his
He's gonna start
durability.
punching people?
No, maybe his durability be up. Wait, does that affect your durability?
I will say this. People have done the theorizing about the hammer. If Ratatoskr is this being that is choosing, if it chose Usopp,
It would not.
that would allow him to
It
compete.
would not.
I'm just saying, if it chose,
How would Usopp be able to wield it?
I don't know. Bro.
The end tip
Biblo,
of
bro,
it,
I don't know.
the end tip of it is probably bigger than him.
Biblo got shrinking abilities. If
just keeps the ball around
Ratatoskr was like, "Yo, you fighting for Elbaph, you believe in us," that would allow him to fight commander level people and win. Usopp with Ratatoskr could beat Jack. He could. He would.
You mean Ratatoskr would be Jack?
Usopp with
that's what you're saying.
Ratatoskr would be Jack. Listen, we if Loki beats Evil right now because of Ratatoskr's abilities, we're giving him that W, no? We're not gonna
No.
take W. What?
No,
We
no.
taking W's away now because I'm jumping you.
But this is because Loki earned it because he's taking attacks. Usopp's not taking attacks from Emu.
Yeah.
We seen
We
Loki
seen
take-
that. He did that.
No, we did.
Technically, in the most technical sense, Usopp already took an attack from Emu.
You
And
think
he's still alive.
because he didn't pass?
He alive.
That's not taking it.
that's not taking it.
I
at
didn't
all.
say tank.
No,
I said take.
That he didn't take it either.
Yeah.
He alive.
That's what I'm talking. Your definition of take is
That's like saying
he didn't
He
pass.
alive.
That's like saying I knocked this dude out with one punch. He took it though. Oh, that's like saying he got knocked the hell out, but he took it.
Hold on.
Exactly,
bro. What are you talking about?
You get knocked out from the punch. You didn't take the punch.
Yes.
You sleep. It ended you.
If the gap between these people is Usopp and Emu, bruh, we're not giving Usopp that.
No.
We're not giving survive feats for Usopp.
No, I'm not.
Y'all got Usopp on this high standard. man.
No, you sound like Tube State. So how I bobbed.
See how I bobbed the way you see how I bobbed.
I can't.
Listen, man. Give Usopp that hammer. He gonna put numbers up.
He needs all the like that with that bubble thing. He needs every upgrade that
Bubble guns.
the bubble guns that Vegapunk was whipping out and more.
See, he needs to talk to that revolutionary gadget guy that Dragon has.
He just needs
Vegapunk and Haki.
He needs to lock in with Frankie. Like actually lock in with Frankie and start enhancing his kit. Because Frankie got the tools.
Yeah.
Do you think? Wait, sorry. Do you think? No, I don't think it would say. Never mind.
Another 23 months at Warlord status from Poe to Jesus. It says, almost 2 years with the Nakama, and I can proudly say TOPT is still on top. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I pulled a God pack from Pokemon and got my favorite pod. God is good all the time. All the time.
Thank you.
That's pretty funny. We got another 2 from Polarized. It says, what's the most underrated character strength-wise?
Underrated.
Like, as any character, or are you talking about One Piece?
I'm assuming they mean One Piece.
Underrated character. Underrated.
I mean, so we're gonna go who we think that's, or the community thinks that's underrated.
Well, it would be underrated by the community. So I'm in the community pretty heavily, or at least I was at various times. This answer has fluctuated a lot. There's people that like Sanji gets underrated for his strength. Mihawk gets underrated for his strength, even in this community.
How?
Yo,
They believe.
yo, there's people that tell you, yo, he couldn't have beaten Vista. You get what I'm saying?
Couldn't.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
As soon as I look on Reddit, the disrespect of the. Remember how like when Visa's like I got it and stuff like that, and they clashed. There's panels of people manipulating it and having Mihawk sweating like crazy.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
They had panels where they had like
I know,
like pretty much.
Yeah, I know we're a troll Mihawk kind of pod sometimes.
It's bad, bro.
The community does him so dirty.
That's crazy.
So I feel like it's a hand-in-hand thing where like his fans go as hard as they go because he gets slandered so much, and the slander goes as hard as it goes because the fans go as hard as they go. And I'm like, I just wanted to be somewhere in the middle. My actual answer is gonna be disappointing to a lot of people because it's gonna sound like Glaze. It's Doflamingo. I feel like people discount what organ damage is and what he was fighting through. But that's me. That's my guy. He not top tier, but he high tier. I be seeing him place people above him that just don't belong there. So.
I mean, to me, that's fair, though. I kind of agree with that. I mean, I don't know what people are saying about Doflamingo, but who they have...
I mean, I've heard names like Cracker easily washes him. I've heard names like Kuma easily washes him.
Kuma? No.
Yeah, I've heard these names. People in the chat gonna agree with me.
I mean,
Easily is crazy.
Yeah,
I don't even understand.
And I don't agree with Cracker either. Like, it's a good fight, and he showed that he might have a little
Easily
bit.
is.
Yeah, Easy's too.
It's
That's
just
too
a
much.
bad assessment on take on every single level.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, unless you're like...
I'm going to be real with you. I believe Doflamingo stops. Like, you know, with the whole... He stops Kuma, and as a person, he may even stop Cracker. Because I was saying before, right?
If he
the
can catch
highest
his
level,
speed, yeah.
So what I saw, right? The highest level that we seen Doflamingo able to stop, right?
Third command.
Is Jozu and Sanji Dressrosa, right? Control, we see he's able to control Vice Admirals easily, but stopping wise is Jozu level, right? where do you rank Cracker? Is he around Joe's level or he's stronger? You know? Because he's either going to stop. But either way, we also saw that in the fight, you could get weakened to where he does stop you. You know?
And my thing is also, I would say, Lawrence is right on that, but also it matters, I think, the Haki mission out of it. As in, for instance, one point, Luffy was fighting Doflamingo. He didn't get stopped at all. He didn't even get controlled. Only to Luffy's weakest point when they were fighting that he got controlled by Doflamingo. But guess what happened when Luffy went Gear 4? He broke out of it.
Yeah.
So there's a possibility that Cracker, Diamond Jones, and all these people, if they unleash their Haki, they could just break out of Doflamingo strings. So again, the only people who easy Doflamingo is the Yonko and higher. I don't even say the Ammo's fully easily. Like maybe, maybe.
Calm it down, dog.
Maybe, but like, hey,
see, calm it down.
How?
Calm it down.
I'm just saying, bro.
Okay.
I'm just saying. They didn't really show there was a big gap between.
No Admiral slander today.
That's not slander. I'm just saying, like, yo, Doflamingo's that strong that even Admiral would probably struggle a little bit. I don't think he would dare, to my knowledge, what I've seen, wouldn't like easily take out Doflamingo. Probably like a mid, close to a high. But I see more mid. That's not slander. Don't give me that, Sebastian. You used to think Admirals were more on Yonko level. When they clearly show there's a big difference.
Doffy is. Listen. Low diff. Another 5. That's my guy. Another 5 from the FedEx guy. Would you like it better if Oda did not put a cap on the amount of Nakama for the Straw Hats? Or is it capping it off at 10 a better choice? I definitely think it's a better choice because I love Oda. I love how he writes. I love his writing style. I think one of my bigger knocks, at least post-time skip, has been his inability to keep storylines concise. If we had all of these members, we already not getting enough from Nami. We're already not getting enough, you know what I mean, from some of the side characters in some of the other Straw Hats. If we added a bunch of other characters to this, like we had like 15 deep, like Oda's just gonna have he's gonna struggle juggling all of that from arc to arc. You know, like he'd have to see more separations of like where we saw Sanji, you end up going to Whole Cake, and then half the crew. You know what I mean? Sanji ended up going to Zoe, and then half the crew went with him. We'd start seeing more of that, and I don't know that we love that, right? So I don't know. I think his writing is just better with the crew being more compact and concise like this. I'd love to see more people maybe interact with the Straw Hats on a day-to-day. I'd love to see more from the existing Straw Hats that we have now than I would to see more Straw Hats. I don't necessarily believe in the capping at 10. Like 12 is probably where I think he could get to, where it would still work.
Do you think there's going to be at least 2 more or a little more characters joining the crew or not? Because I know you're.
I was next character for next Nakama. I was that person, and I still believe Smoker has an opportunity. But listen, it's about the writing. Anyway, but in general, Oda needs to be able to actually give people plot lines, actually give people character development and things like that.
Right.
He already not doing that great with that. We'll see how he lands the Brook stuff in this arc. We'll see how he lands the Usopp stuff in this arc. We'll see how he lands the Chopper stuff in this arc. Like, we're excited to see that because we don't see it. You know what I mean? How long has it been since Usopp was a relevant member of the storyline? How long has it been since Brook was a relevant member of the storyline?
Fishman Island, I think.
Brook, Whole Cake Island.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right.
Usopp Dressrosa, I think.
Yeah, dog, that's like 10 years ago.
Was it really? Oh my gosh. What?
It's 26. That was like 2016. That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like we struggle too much with the crew that we got now. So, crazy, man. Yeah. All right, it's 7. We'll take a pause on the super chats. Marv, are you ready to do your top 10 favorite characters in One Piece, man?
Yes, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going in order? Like from what?
Go 10 down.
Go 10 down?
Yeah.
It's gonna ruin my whole presentation.
Okay, then present.
I had like a whole PowerPoint.
Okay.
Actually, no. I think going 10. Yeah, you're probably right. It would be more entertaining that way.
Okay.
So
wait,
yeah.
You have a PowerPoint?
No, not.
I was about to say.
You want to put on screen?
I just have notes.
Okay.
But all right. So just to like set the stage, I don't power scale. I'm not good at knowing who's stronger than who, and I also am more concerned with characters who I deem cool rather than he just has a he plays a big part in the story. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like, just to think about it, my favorite movie of all time is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I just think it's a cool movie. You can put it on in the background while you're doing other stuff and look at the screen. Cool stuff's happening. My favorite X-Men is Gambit, just because he's just pretty cool. He's just a cool guy. And my favorite actor is Brad Pitt, because I just think he plays cool characters.
Okay. I just saw F1 for the first time.
I haven't seen that yet. I want to see it.
It's cool.
Yeah, good. All right, so yeah, that's my kind of rubric for picking my favorite characters. And I went with top 10 favorite because I didn't remember if you guys asked for favorite or strongest, but I just went with favorite because it's easier for me. Okay, so at number 10, I have Kaido. And I like Kaido because the first time I saw him, I was like, oh, this guy actually looks like a threat. Whereas other One Piece villains will have like some cartoonish element to them. I feel like when Oda designed Kaido, he was like, I actually want to make this guy look scary and like a big threat. So I like that he's super intimidating. He's huge. He can turn into a dragon. He gave Luffy a run for his money. He one-shot Luffy, right? In the beginning.
He did.
So yeah, I like Kaido. That's probably my favorite villain. Then I got to go with Ace at number 9. And there's not much to say about it other than Ace is just really cool.
Yeah, Sebastian.
No, I loved Ace. His death was perfect. His death made me love him more.
Yeah, and you guys actually spoiled his death for me. Not on this podcast, but when you were on another podcast and you said that he got turned into a donut. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's Ace. I think he's just a really cool dude. At number 8, I have Viola, and she's just a baddie, man. Like, what can you say?
Listen, the vision wouldn't scare you. The ability to look into your mind wouldn't.
I would be turned on by that. I would actually like that.
You know what I like.
Yeah, you ain't gotta explain much.
Okay.
I have at number 7, I have Boa. It's kind of similar reasons, but also I just think she's probably the best drawn woman in One Piece. At number 6, I have Law, Trafalgar D. Water Law.
Okay. Full government.
Yes. I like the hats. I think he's based off Jamiroquai.
Yes.
And I love the Jamiroquai's music. So shout out to Law. At number 5, I have Roger, and not so much because of his cool factor, but just that he like represents classic pirate cinema. And I like when we see something very American like shown through the eyes of a Japanese creator. So pirates are not like a Japanese thing. I mean, at least that I know of. And Roger's very much designed like a classic swashbuckling pirate from an old vintage movie. So I always like that about him. At number 4, I have Luffy.
Okay.
And Luffy's definitely just about like following your dreams and like laughing at the face of death or he's just about chasing your dreams at any cost. And like no one's gonna tell him otherwise. Like there's nothing you could say that's gonna stop him from doing what he wants to do. So that's definitely cool. Now to the top 3. At number 3, I have Carrot. And Carrot.
Oh wow, okay.
Carrot I like because she's a fighter. Like I like Tifa from Final Fantasy VII because she's a fighter, and I like Carrot for the same reason. In a world where everyone's doing magic and there's swords and all these power beams, she's just scrapping with people.
She can turn Sulong and
I was gonna get to
that. Okay.
She does digivolve into. There's a very similar looking character in Digimon Season 3, if you guys know it. No. It's called Renamon. It's like it's a fox character, but drawn very furry-ish. You know what I mean? So Carrot has that look to her too. I'm looking them up now. Yeah, Renamon. It's a fox Digimon.
Yeah, I've seen this before.
Okay. At number 2, I have Brook.
Okay.
Brook has like a emotional backstory with Laboon. He also has some connection to Gunko, which I think is pretty cool too. If it turns out that he was this like great, if he was like a Secret Service person for like a princess type of thing, I think that would be cool. But I just like that he plays music. He reminds me of one of my best friends, Will. They have like very similar personalities.
Okay.
Very similar.
Interesting.
Will is Brook, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
That's a good one.
And then at number 1, I have Frankie.
Frankie.
I like Frankie because he's like a mix of Ace Ventura and I think Frankenstein. I think that's where the name comes from because Frankenstein is like a man-made monster.
Yeah.
With parts of different things, and that's what Frankie kind of has. I like that he's a builder, and I like building stuff. I built the whole studio, and I can relate a lot to being like the shipwreck, fixing things. So, and he's just cool. The soda. I like when he turned into a minotaur. The legs.
You need to bring that back.
Yeah.
You need to bring that back. That was
The
gold.
minotaur with the legs in reverse, like when in front of him, is hilarious. That's probably my most. I found that the funniest moment for me in the whole show.
Yeah, Frankie's probably one of the funniest characters.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my top 10 there.
Okay,
Sorry
so-
for the wait, guys.
Nah. Listen, we appreciate the effort you put into that, Marv. They're calling you a gooner, which is sad because he had a couple girls on the list. What's wrong with I don't see the problem with that. I don't
Yeah,
get
you gotta
that.
have a little bit of it.
Yeah.
You know,
Balanced human being. Yeah.
surprised at no Zoro. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like
actually,
most
I'm
top
surprised.
10s in One Piece will have Zoro in there at some point.
Zoro's like number 11
He's
for
like,
me.
okay,
He's
honorable
like
mention.
number 11.
Okay. They're saying it was well worth the wait. So
Yeah.
Thanks,
I don't know if you
guys,
know,
thanks.
Marv, that Frankie's supposed to be based off American people.
Oh yeah.
Because I thought it's a little funny what Oda did with the whole. You know why Frankie's nose is like that?
No,
Because he's supposed to be the beach person. So it's supposed to be
he
sunblock.
puts the sunblock on.
that's why he has the
Yeah.
Speedo the
Yeah,
first time we see
exactly.
him in the Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I dig it. I like when Japanese people translate American stuff like that. It's low key taking a shot at us, but it's it's also true most of the time.
Yeah.
All right, Marv, I gotta ask you,
Mm-hmm.
who in One Piece do you think is Dominican?
Wow.
I gotta ask, 'cause
It would be Frankie.
It'll be Frankie?
It would
Okay.
be. He's concerned with his physique. He's always dressed like he's going to the beach.
That's fair.
He has a lingo. Most Dominicans have a catchphrase.
So you think that's Malta's he's drinking?
Yeah, for sure.
That's not cool, man.
He's definitely the most
That
Dominican,
is funny.
for sure.
And he's always dancing.
Always dancing.
Well, throw the W's in the chat for Marv, man. Appreciate the list. I had to ping him this morning, yo, it's gonna be 3 of us, no Larry, and get that list ready. He was like, oh, snap, thank you. So appreciate you, Marv. They're throwing random names in here. They said Apu is Dominican. I see it.
Apu, yeah, I can see that.
I see it.
Viola's Colombian for sure.
Yeah. Okay. What was the list again? Just one more time.
Okay, so just a quick rundown. 10 Kaido, 9 Ace, Viola number 8, Boa number 7, Law 6, Roger 5, Luffy 4, Carrot 3, Brook 2, 1 Frankie.
All right. W list for Marv, man. W list.
All right. Thank you for sharing, Marv.
Thank you, Marv.
All right, guys. Like the stream if you guys haven't already. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Before we get back into Super Chats, I did want to rattle off this little mini theory that I have. Kind of excited to share this one. It's not too long. Hopefully Larry doesn't think I'm tripping or does an edit for me. But yeah, this one's about Garling and his potential future in the story. So, what if Garling is not Mary Joie's greatest loyalist, but its future traitor? Because the more I look at St. Figurlin Garling, the more he feels like One Piece's Tywin Lannister. Think about it. Garling has spent his life rising through the Holy Land's power structure, from a rising upstart eager to showcase his value to the higher-ups by revealing the hidden home of the Davy clan, to competing for glory in the Celestial Dragons hunting competition at God Valley, to becoming the supreme commander of the Holy Knights and executing celestial dragons who falter in their belief that they are gods, to becoming the obvious candidate to replace Saturn as a member of the Gorosei, the highest circle of authority. He is now sitting closer to the center of the world than almost anyone. Meanwhile, Tywin Lannister did the exact same thing in Westeros. He stayed right beside the throne as Hand of the King, not because he loved Aerys, but because proximity to power is power. And when the end came for the Mad King, Tywin switched sides. He waited until Aerys was vulnerable, marched on King's Landing, and got the gates opened, and then sacked the city because betrayal had become more useful than loyalty. Now look at Garling. Emu announces a temporary departure from the Holy Land, and Garling does not feel like a man terrified by that. He isn't panicking over Emu leaving the way the other Gorosei seem to. If anything, he feels like someone fully prepared to operate in that vacuum. In fact, when Emu decides that the Holy Land would be left in their hands during his absence, Garling responded by reminding the other elders that they had no authority to stop their ruler. That can be read as pure obedience on the surface, but in a theory sense, it can also read like a man who is very comfortable operating in that absence that Emu creates. Operating in that opening that Emu creates. And that matters because of Saturn. Saturn's end strongly suggests that the Gorosei's monstrous longevity is tied directly to Imu's power. As Enma removed Saturn's connection to him, Saturn began to wither away, to decay. It was as if he was no longer being granted eternal life through that connection. Saturn seemed to revert back to what he would have been if he had lived a normal life, just bones. So if Enma falls, or even if his connection weakens, the old guard may share the same fate. Odds are they would not survive if Enma could no longer sustain them. They would decay just like Saturn did. And if the old immortal regime falls, who's left standing? Garling. Yes, Garling is now a member of the Gorosei, but compared to them, he appears to still be in his actual natural age. If Enma died, Garling likely would not be reduced to ash. He would simply go back to being the man he was prior to his promotion. And that's the theory. Garling may be doing exactly what Tywin did with Aerys. Serve the throne for years, rise as high as possible, wait for the moment the regime becomes unstable, and then make sure House Figerland is the one that inherits what's left. That's also what makes the family parallel even crazier. Obviously, Garling is Tywin. Shamrock would be Jaime, the son who stayed inside the system and remains loyal, for the most part, to his father's wishes. Jaime was a Gold Cloak and one of the King's Guard, while Shamrock acts as commander of the God's Knights, likely promoted alongside his father. Shanks would be Tyrion, the alcoholic, outcast fan favorite hated by his father, who will end up mattering much more than the obedient son ever did. Shanks and Shamrock, like Jaime and Tyrion, are also motherless sons, albeit for very different reasons. Tywin loved Joanna, while Garling likely didn't even remember Magnolia's name before taking her life himself. And there lies the difference between Garling and Tywin to me. Tywin is meticulous and cunning, but ultimately he is still human. Garling feels almost completely void of humanity, which makes true loyalty to Enma feel less and less likely in the end. So what if Garling isn't trying to protect or secure Enma's ideal world? What if he's waiting for the perfect moment to do what Tywin did to the Mad King? Stay loyal until loyalty stops paying, then betray the throne before the throne buries you. That would make Garling not just a celestial dragon, it would make him Mary Joie's Tywin Lannister. As Littlefinger once said, chaos is a ladder, and Garling has seemingly climbed that ladder to a rung just below the very top. People say I glaze Blackbeard, but really, anyone willing to use chaos to rise is going to be a favorite of mine. And Garling seems to be a true climber. Will he be able to position the Figerland family at the top and take the throne? Or will he end up like Tywin, destroyed by the very son he failed to understand? What y'all think? Now, Lionel, I know you didn't watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I was thinking.
So you might not have a real gauge of everything I'm saying right now. But Lawrence, you did. And I'm sure you did as well, Marv. So I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on that one. Do you y'all see Garling as a potential Tywin character?
So it's interesting how you put it, like, for example, because Tywin was, like, scheming in a way, trying to always move forward, like, the entire time to the legend and everything, right? But to this one, it's more like how you put for Garling. It's more like he's capitalizing, not trying to scheme against Enma, because I feel like there's a permanent loyalty, like what we saw with Harold there. You have to be loyal to him, especially how long he's been. There is that there. But it's more like, all right, since Emu's gone now, someone else has to take power. And it's like you're kind of almost like furthering or continuing Emu's reign through you, or what you want to do, your version of it, your vision of it, because it happened. So I can see that different than him like necessarily betraying Emu. You know, it's more like, all right, because who else would take power? I don't think Emu's in a way to rule for like ever.
Yeah. I mean, even in the way I presented it, it's more like you said, opportunistic. Yeah. Where it's like, all right, what if Emu does get taken out, I'm just positioned to take over. Right. And I might want that. I might even advocate for it. I might finesse to make it happen. Right? But it's not outright betrayal in the way that somebody else might. Yeah. Tywin did technically outright betray Aerys. Yeah. But it was really just because he saw the writing on the wall after Rhaegar got taken out at the Trident. So, Marv, what are you thinking, man?
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that I don't think he would. I think he would control from the shadows like Tyrion. I mean, not Tyrion. Like what's his name again?
Tywin.
Yeah, like Tywin. He'd puppeteer I think that's the perfect word to call what Tywin was.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I dig it. Sounds cool.
Yeah, so some very loose parallels I made there. You know, Shanks and Tyrion and Shamrock and Jaime. Maybe, right? That would be cool. I was wondering if they will have a Cersei, like a sister or something. I mentioned Magnolia. I had to look up the girl name because I completely forgot it.
She's only on one panel, right?
Yeah,
maybe two. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's what we could be headed towards. Because again, if Emu does get taken out and all the Gorosei go out, I'm all that's left. I would just automatically become the guy, which is just interesting. And I also thought I was gonna add this to the theory too, but like I feel like we see a change in how aggressive Garling has been over time. Where like when we first see him, he's like, "Hey, I want to look good for the bosses. Like, yo, I found this. The Great One will be pleased." And now he's like, "Yo, listen to my orders, man." Like he's like strolling in because he's been rising in the ranks. So I don't know. I could definitely see some of that stuff for Garling. I just don't know if Oda would exactly go that route. Like if he would prefer that Garling is just like a loyal servant to Emu, or if he wants it to be in this way, where he's trying to position the Figurlin family up. Because if I remember correctly, in that chapter I was referencing, one of the first things that Garling says, like, "Oh, my son handled that." Like he wants to make it like my family is handling business. Mm-hmm. So
the only way I could see it is more like we kind of get an Emu, like not to continue it, but it's like Emu has to be taken out the right way, right? As in like from that, and then it's not like, oh, we control the world now. It's like, all right, but Garling, because everyone else passes because of it or whatever, but Garling's still alive somehow. So then he tries to like keep fighting, you know, like if that's the case. But then again, but usually, only difference is like Oda's writing. Remember I told you before, like I said a while back, he usually has the other Straw Hats kind of like defeat their enemy before like Luffy's the last. Someone else, that kind of implies that Garling may be taken out beforehand. You know, Emu and Luffy are the last people standing. Or Emu's the last person standing.
The piece that I hated about it the most, to be honest, is that, you know me, I'm a big Shanks gets taken out by Blackbeard guy. Yeah. To me, if we're going to have Garling have this level of central focus into like the story, if he's going to be plotting on the throne, then it needs to be some like... Spoilers. Sorry for anybody who hasn't actually finished Game of Thrones or whatever, but like Tyrion's the one who takes out Tywin, right? So it's like, would Shanks be the one who has to do that to handle his situation with his father, or like is Shamrock complicit? You know what I mean? Like I was really kind of deciding whether I wanted to go deeper into like what Shamrock's role in all this could be. Is he like actively trying to support this? Is it going to be a fight for the throne between them? You know, but just don't have a lot to work on now. I just saw the parallels a little bit, and then I saw that, oh, you got the two sons, Shanks and Tyrion, outcasts, like they drink a lot. I kind of see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so not too much, very loose parallels, but I definitely saw something.
But you're saying as if like it actually happens. Do you still think it could still possibly like Garling is doing it? In like, you know, making news, but he doesn't end up betraying Emu, or Emu ends up finding out what Garling's actually doing?
Technically, I would only need like a conversation between Shamrock and Garling to confirm the willingness for this or the game planning for it, versus him actually like sitting on the throne. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I wouldn't necessarily need him to succeed in this. Like Tywin technically never sits on the Iron Throne. That's not true either. But he never is the king.
But he controls it.
He controls it. Yeah. The Lannister family essentially controls the kingdom. Yeah. Controls the 7 kingdoms at one point. For depending on how long you say the Cersei Robert Baratheon thing is. But yeah, like he runs the kingdom. So I'm wondering if now that Emu's like away, like will he kind of step up in that light? Yeah. Will Emu actually get taken out where it's okay, yeah, the Figurlin family's at the top? I the other reason why I don't like it, because the way I implied it is that if Emu loses, all the Gorosei get taken out at the same time. I kind of, as crazy as that would be as a moment in the series, I don't like the idea that 6 top tiers just got wiped off the map. Like what is the series now? Where's the antagonists now, you know? But it would be crazy. You know what I'm
and especially when you have like Otis building up, like certain people might be fighting who, like, clearly Otis to me setting up again. We could be wrong. We could be wrong because we thought certain things before, like the certain setups, like, and we even now you thought, all right, Shep is gonna fight Sanji or whatever, like, because the whole setup like that, we thought, all right, Zoe's gonna fight Ethan Juro, but we also thought Zoe's gonna fight Fujitora because we thought this Charles gonna fight the Admirals. How things change now are just like, all right. What fights are we gonna get? Like the only concrete fights we know we're gonna get is like Luffy versus Emu, Zoe versus Mihawk, like like Luffy versus Blackbeard. Like those are the ones we know. Like those are like concrete. But there's other ones that we're assuming, but because remember you thought, all right, Luffy's fighting Kainu, either Sanji and is either fighting Kizaru or Aokiji, or Zoe's fighting Aokiji and Kuzan. Like that, we thought, all right, the Stars gonna fight the three Admirals, like the three monster trio, the three Admirals. That really changed.
I'm still hoping against hope, man.
We thought we still might have it because all right, Fujitori's a swordsman. It makes sense. Sanji's fast with light or whatever. And now we're still questioning, are we even gonna get that now? Like we don't. I'm starting to think we might not even get the Admirals versus Straw Hats because how Fujitora is with the Marines already and with the world government. So just like, so now like,
bro,
still
need that, man.
I don't know, man. So that's what I'm just saying.
I think it's a possibility we still could get it because the way Fuji is, but he's still allied with them. Yeah. He still follows their orders and everything. And right now, he's still actually hunting the Straw Hats. Like, he can't come back until he brings back, like, what was it, Law and Luffy, was it? Or something like that? He can't come back because Akaino's older, right? And also, he's just trying to change it from the inside because he sees a need, But he still is, in a way, repping them. So we still have an avenue for that. It just changed because now we see it would be Fuji versus Zoro still. Who does Green Bull fight?
Honestly, it's going to be either Jinbei or somebody else, like with the Straw Hats. Because the only person I can think of is Jinbei or Loki or Yamato. That's because like tell us, is it Sanji not fighting Kizaru? Or am I wrong?
He might. I can see him.
I don't know anymore. I don't. I don't. He already crying after taking out like Vegapunk, bro. Like, is he gonna stay 10 toes down and fight? Like, I don't know anymore. Yeah. I've wanted the Admirals versus Straw Hats since forever. Yeah. I don't know anymore.
He shook up the
dynamic.
Because I know people already thinking Sal was fighting a Kaino and you hate that the most.
I never even thought of that. Well, some people think Dragon may be fighting a Kaino. Like, for some reason, because they're the same age.
Do you like that more, or it's...
What?
Sure.
All right, it's the same. Right.
It's better than Sabo, bro. F Sabo, bro. Get Sabo out of here, bro.
Because the Ace, I get it now.
Yeah. Ace thing. But that's the theory, y'all. Like the stream if you haven't already. We're going to jump back into Super Chats. And I want to say thank you to all the people who have been sending gifts. I don't know exactly what they are, but they're like tokens and stuff that are coming in. Thank you guys for that. I saw a couple come in, so really appreciate it. Like jewels and stuff. I don't know what the monetary value of that stuff is, but I'll have to do some research. But thank you guys. Another two from Guts BB. It says, for the twins, where do y'all have Loki ranked right now?
So to me, I still stand by where I ranked him in the top 30. Right? I don't remember what number it was, but I put him around Luffy level. Mm-hmm. If that helps, unless I don't know if you want a number, but that's like top 30, whatever. But I put him around Luffy level, and I even argued it's possible they could be stronger than even Luffy. I argue.
I think I argued that he was stronger.
I think he's a little stronger than Luffy.
Yeah, so like that's why I put him out. I put him like kind of like Luffy level or even above.
Mostly because besides him being ancient giants and like whatever, and but good, I have to like for certain things I feel like you have to upscale them. Like I already said, like besides him being an ancient giant, but now he has like legendary mythical Zorn fruit like Luffy that's similar to not on par with Joyboy and Nika, but like it's showing like it's up there with him. Yeah. And now he has this crazy weapon hammer that it's like has element powers too. It's just like all right, and it's like to us that's like a supreme grade hammer. You get me? It's like a supreme grade weapon.
Yeah, of course. It might even be above that. And honestly, because it's capable. When it was already in the net with ability.
So where y'all ranking them? And Marv, where you ranking them? We throwing you into power scaling conversations too.
Okay.
Where's Loki ranked?
Actually, I'm gonna look.
In y'all tops.
I would probably rank him to like right now, probably like mid to high Yonko level. because I still got to see more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think he could rival like the big names. I don't know if I can say concrete that he will beat them.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying top 10, but you don't know how far into that 10 he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like,
I'm not mad at a Loki top 10. I feel like that's valid.
because especially with seeing him. Plus, again, he's getting hit with emo and he's fighting back. Like that's so like. That's why I have to scare him up there. Like, you know, that's how
You're about to call me crazy. Top 5 and he's not 5.
Top 5.
He's top 5?
Alive right now?
Oh, he's not alive. When you say top
okay.
5, I think of the whole, bro. So,
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you.
Yeah. He's not, bro. He's not. To my knowledge, not yet. Not yet. He's not top 5 in the One Piece verse.
The problem is you talking about all the time. Now you talking Nika,
Exactly, bro.
Joyboy.
Nah, if you're going alive, he has to be. Who else
Definitely
has to be top 5?
It's
Who else?
only, it's only Shanks, Luffy, Ibu, and Nika.
People will tell you he's stronger than Gorosei members right now.
Okay, I have
or weaker.
So I had him.
It's hard to judge Gorosei.
I have Loki number wise. I had him at a 95. And I had Luffy at a 94, so I had him above. Actually, I had him at a 5. So I had Loki. If you wanted a number wise, I had him at a 95. So
okay,
if that helps people.
Marv.
I have him right above Luffy.
Okay.
Yeah. But I will say this: when I first saw him, he really reminded me of You remember Dexter's Laboratory? They had like a sideshow where the superheroes were living together.
Yeah.
And they had a character called Van Hollen.
Yes.
He reminds me of Van Hollen. So on the cool factor, he's pretty cool. He's up there.
Can he crack your top 10?
Yeah.
You can?
Well,
Okay.
no, probably 12.
12?
Probably
Okay,
12.
he's after Zoro.
But when I read him in the manga, I read him in that voice that the same character has.
I gotta remember
yeah, it's a
I gotta
thing.
remember.
That show is so funny. Well,
Yeah.
Dexter's Laboratory was great, but that little side show they had was gold.
Yeah. All the side shows with the monkey and the secret agents. Yeah.
All right. Another 5 from Wise Life Gaming. It says, if all OG Yonko were kids, 10 to 12 years old, and had a brawl, who would come out as the winner? I low-key got Kaido, crying emoji, hashtag Lionel GBT, hashtag Sebichuan, hashtag Mukbang Law. I got Big Mom.
What's GBT mean?
What's GBT mean? It's
Yeah.
like chat GBT?
That's you saying Lionel.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like your AI bot.
That's what I was thinking,
CGI,
but I wasn't sure. Okay.
CGI.
Yeah.
So that goes. So that's OG Admiral. So that's Whitebeard, Shanks, Big Mom, and Kaido.
To one to. So we're just doing 12. We're
They're
doing 12.
10 to 12 years old. I have Big Mom.
10 to 12. Oh, 10 to 12.
Yeah. I got Big Mom. When she was like 8 or whatever, she was taking out entire giant villages casually. I got Big Mom, yo. I got Big Mom. Them other ones, they don't got the little kid feats like that for real.
They don't. Big Mom was a powerhouse, whatever.
But again,
but
you also think of Kaido, bro.
I'm trying to think of Kaido.
Bro.
He
was taking out kingdoms by himself around, he was like, what, 8 years old? Or 10?
Them kingdoms wasn't Elbaph villages.
But again, it was only 3. But I get you. But again, Big Mom's feet is old people and kids. Like, that's her
They're
feet.
giants.
I get you, but like...
She also had her devil fruit this time. For a few years now.
No, she didn't.
10 to 12 is what we're saying.
Oh, yeah, you're right. She had
Like, it's big,
also,
it's Big Mom,
the
bro.
fact you can argue that she was doing it before pre-ability.
It's Big Mom. Like, I know I'm the Big Mom hater. It's Big Mom, bro.
It's probably Big Mom.
She has her devil fruit. She has the impenetrable skin. She's strong as hell. She's taking out Elbaph giants. She's the one called the natural born disaster or destroyer. Like, it's Big Mom. She temper tantrums on them. It's GG's, bro. It's Big Mom.
I guess you, but I'm thinking because
It's Big Mom.
Good, I don't know, because but all of them. My point is, all of them would like fight like white. You remember how White looked as a kid with his harbor with Kaido? All of them were fighting and doing something at a kid age, like already. Like,
I'm not mad at them putting up a fight. I'm just saying I know who winning. I wanted to throw Oden here because he low-key has the second best or most comparable super young feats.
But he wasn't.
He wasn't Yonko.
Yeah, no,
But he was wielding swords. He was swinging.
but he wasn't. When we saw him doing that stuff, it wasn't when he was like 10 or 12, right? He was older. Than that.
No.
Well, his feet started coming earlier than that, but the ones we started getting from the people was him as a teenager. But he was already doing stuff at like 5.
Yeah, remember he picked up a boulder and killed a bear with it when he was like what 4 or 5 years old.
Granted,
Or
also,
3.
but we saw was it Ace? what was it? Uproot a tree with one kick and take out a tiger. And that tiger was huge.
Let's keep Ace out of these conversations.
I'm saying you're talking about you're talking about that.
You're saying. Like, I was gonna say we can get Loki in here, but you brought Ace up.
No, the reason why I say this, you know how strong I'd be to deroot a tree with one kick
in One Piece.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the One Piece world,
that's took it as it's One Piece, bro. Like that's nothing.
But also, the stuff in the One Piece world seems to be like kind of like ridiculous. Like it's like a stronger world.
They said, "Dang, Ace is bad."
It's just that
he not boxing at this level, bro.
No, I'm not putting him on that level. I'm not putting him on that level. I'm just using that as an example because like picking up a boulder and smashing a line. It's like in the One Piece world, these kids kind of show this crazy ridiculous.
Y'all gonna call me wild for even bringing this man up? Can we get Momo in here?
Stop. What did
he ate right now, right?
Shut up.
No,
because he's a fool. With the grown man body, with the
that's just cheating. I'm cheating. He got Oden's body right now, bro. That's a full grown man.
And then also with Kaido's ability at 8 years old.
Yo, get out of here.
Granted, his body.
You got to give him another 2 years, another 10 to 12, another 4 years.
His mind is 8. His body is 28.
Yeah.
No, that sounds weird.
Okay, Big Mom body was whatever, bro. She's grown. That sounded crazy. Anyway.
Yeah, I know it did. That sounded crazy. I'm going to stop.
So we all agreeing with Big Mom?
I'm going with Big Mom. I think she's smoking them, bro.
What is that?
Okay. All right, we did get another 10 gifted memberships from David E. Oaks and another 10 gifted memberships from Project Iceman. So thank you guys. Throw the Nakama fists up or our new emojis in the chat. We really appreciate y'all. Another 5 from Creative Broccoli. It says, could be cool if Vivi is the one to gather the Straw Hat Grand Fleet by using Morgan's to put the word out. Plus, Emu killed her dad, so, that would be pretty cool. Yeah. Like the OG almost joined.
How does she know that they exist?
I don't know. She can know they exist, right? How does she get word out to them specifically?
I think what is bro? Like Morgan.
No, but I mean, like, what is the like? How would they know? Like, would it be Straw Hat Grand Fleet come here? Like, you know how Luffy did the 3D2Y? Like, is there a secret coded how would they know whatever the message is?
They send them a straw hat.
Yeah,
like a picture of a straw hat.
I don't know how that works.
And coordinates. I don't know.
Pretty cool. It made me think back to Vivi reading the newspaper of Luffy when he did a 3D2Y.
Yeah.
And seemingly she tried to do the same thing with the X.
Yeah.
And it's funny that only the Straw Hats that wouldn't know what that means saw that.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It's funny because you think Vivi's gonna be like, yo, they don't care. Because they didn't react. They didn't come. They didn't.
So I don't know.
I don't know what her actual message was. Was it that I'm safe? Like I don't know what it is.
Wait, so Robin didn't see it. I mean, I know
Robin saw it, but she wasn't on the ground yet.
Yeah.
Like she was like on the ship.
She was the op at the time.
Like, but even when they did the thing, she was on the ship and maybe saw it. But it's like,
what
but my thing is why? But my thing did. Like, because they know, like, she was there, she knows relatively their relationship with Vivi. Do you think it would be bad on her part for not somehow mentioning it to them? Like, y'all notice Vivi did this.
Well, they've had
their past
I'll say this. In Robin's defense, since they've been on this island, she's reunited with Saul, and all hell has broken loose. She hasn't had time to be like, hey, Vivi might have said something.
Yeah, and that's also too. She doesn't know that Vivi did it because remember the markings on the picture of Nika's arm.
Yeah.
So she could just draw attention. Also, there's like they talk about the newspaper. It could be like, and we saw this. There's an X on. There's something to do with X on your arm.
Technically, Robin would have no reason to even put 2 and 2, like correlate this to Vivi at all.
Yeah.
She pointed it out, but
yeah, it's about.
So now I'm thinking how when you think we're gonna find like. Because that's an old newspaper now, right?
I mean, it'll play the role it needs to play, right? Like, I don't think it's like, no, it didn't happen. Like,
but she saw it in Elbaph, though, right?
On the way to Elbaph.
Yeah.
I think actually you can still find,
All right, another 2 from David E. Oaks. It says, do y'all think Emu scarred Loki? Or is he just too durable? It's funny. This is something that made me think of something else. But in the world of One Piece, people like Kaido like can't be scarred, but they got tattoos. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Loki also has tattoos. So
those are Haki tattoos,
I will say the fact that he was stabbed tells me he probably isn't scarred. Maybe I'm tripping for that, but I feel like in One Piece, when people get stabbed through, like it's not a scar there. It's typically from a slash.
Which is weird.
It's like it doesn't make any sense, but like it's just kind of how it works. Like, I've seen Zoro get stabbed a bunch of times and he don't got no scars, but the one time he got really scarred is the slash.
Because he should have had some scars from Mr. One, but he doesn't have any.
Yeah, like Kaido got ran through with blades. Like a couple times, and he didn't have nothing. And then it's like, oh, I got it.
The only one I could say that those getting stabbed and got scars is what he did to himself. Remember? Mm-hmm. His ankles. He was like cutting his ankles. Well, I don't think he was stabbing. Was he stabbing or cutting his ankles off? Because he has scars.
You talking about Little Gar?
Yeah.
He might. I don't know.
Because I don't know which one he was doing, but he has a scar from that. But from both of them. But I don't know if he was stabbing or slicing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Little play a little loose with scarring. Well, with the scars.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think scarring kind of, Oda puts it kind of means something in One Piece to a degree. It's not like you could just.
It's almost like you stood up to make the permanent damage.
Yeah.
You know?
We got another 25 months at Yonko status from Left Lane John Wayne. It says, in my opinion, Lionel's Oden takes are the most accurate on the pod. But Law, let's hear how he's wrong. Hashtag Oden over Shanks. Hashtag Marv's 10. Hashtag Larry come back. Larry, they miss you. Okay. Lionel's Oden takes are the most accurate.
I want to clarify. I never said Oden over Shanks. The only and Milo's actually talked the conversation before that I bung up. The point I was saying was like, I'm not saying Oden over Shanks or Oden strolling these guys. If you go back to my previous conversation, I never once said that. I said that the gap level, or Bastards saying it's mid-diff, or people just thinking Oden's weaker than them when the manga or narrative is saying otherwise. And this is what I said to Lawrence. I said, I don't see the gap, it didn't make sense to me. I said this to Lawrence. I said, so Oden, goes to Wano. Whitebeard goes to Wano. Again, this is 8 years after God Valley. Whitebeard was 36. He is 44 now. A lot closer to Pirate King level, whatever in his prime. What Oda's saying, whatever. He's a lot closer, right? Odin meets Whitebeard around that time. Again, 8 years after God Valley, a lot closer to Pirate King level in his prime, and clashes with Whitebeard. Whitebeard senses Odin's strength and says something dangerous, whatever, right? And we see to my knowledge, when we talk about conquerors, they fight or clash, there's always more to it. I don't think it was just a clash with Oden and Whitebeard. We only saw them clash, but so obviously something led to it. But my point is, Oden get blown back by that clash. He didn't get set flying. The anime made it, he got one shot. We didn't even know what happened. We just saw that they clashed and Whitebeard recognized his strength. He even called him brother afterwards, right? And that's prime Whitebeard, whether he actually fought later on or not, right? Then later on again, Oden travels with Whitebeard 4 years, whatever. Then he meets the 5th year or whatever, I forget. He sees the Roger Pirates. Again, Oden goes there and attacks some of the Roger Pirates. Again, I don't like using it because I'm not saying this happened, but Oden is the second strongest on the crew. Who both acknowledge that? Rayleigh and Gaban. Before Roger stepped in, Rayleigh and Gaban were going to fight Oden themselves. Either at the same time, or they acknowledge that they have to handle him. Roger jumps in, attacks Oden, and sends him flying. Again, it was divine departure. Oden got hit with it, blocked it, whatever. Oden's still good. He didn't get taken out one hit. Roger was still holding back. But my point is, Roger fights Whitebeard afterwards. Again, we already saw at God Valley that so many people interact with each other. We saw Whitebeard and Roger interact with each other. We saw Garp interact with Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido. So that interaction clearly happened, and that wasn't 3 days of fighting. Because Roger and Whitebeard Pirates fought for 3 days. Who did Oden Leslie encountered in those 3 days? Either Rayleigh and Gaban. Because again, they were going to fight him before Roger.
And in the anime, I think it shows him fighting Gaban.
Yeah. And we found out Gaban is also Conq. He's also probably one of the Yonkos who rival Kaido and Big Mom himself, just like Rayleigh could. That he mostly fought them. Again, I'm not saying 3 days long. And again, I'm not saying that the Oda is saying that, it had to be Gaban and Rayleigh. I don't believe that crap. My point is, they both acknowledge that Oden was a threat. Whether they both fought at the same time or fought individually, my point is, Oden was fine. I'm not saying he beat him or whatever. I'm saying Oden was fine. He held his own. He didn't die. He didn't pass. He held his own and survived those fights. So he survived the skirmish with Whitebeard, who's in his prime. He survived an attack from Roger in his prime. Pirate King level Roger.
And the boiling.
And he in the boiling. And he fought Gabon and Rayleigh, who we argued who's closer to what? When we go by
you don't know he fought Gabon really.
Yeah, but it's clearly implied, heavily implied.
You think he fought one of them?
At least one of them.
But yeah, you're probably he fought both.
At least one of them, give or take. And I'm saying we already saw like Rayleigh is again Yonko level legendary pirate that they even compared his king disposition, whether old or young, to Shanks' that they before the war, not before Fisherman Island that they both would have knocked out a whole 100. Rayleigh already gets his hype. And now we're seeing a little bit more of Gabon hype that people even thinking Gabon is stronger than Rayleigh. But my point is, Oden faces them all in their prime. And he's okay. So I'm thinking, Oden, again, Roger and Wiper are stronger than Shanks now.
Some people argue not. Some people argue that they not, but that's... I ain't those people.
Whatever. But like, my point is, and Otis keeps showing like the ceiling and like how and everybody not gonna recognize his strength. Shanks is relatively around that close to level. Where's the gap that you guys are saying? Again, I'm not saying there's not a gap. There could be a gap, but it's not mid to low gap. I'm gonna say it's either high to extreme depth. Because that's what the manga was telling me. That's what the manga and author is portraying to be showing me through word, through action, through narrative, and what we saw. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't understand that Oden's this much weaker when he fought the primes, the legendaries himself, and he was good. He was okay. And later on he fights Kaido, who's another monster, and Oden takes him out. Who's the same age as Shanks now. So just again, where's the gap? Where do I see it? Where's this big giant significant of strength? But some people are saying, when I don't see it. Am I wrong? Then, and like I said, you argue I don't go off the narrative. Did anything I say was wrong off what the manga showed me? What they said and we saw. Did I say anything that's not what we saw in the manga? No, I didn't.
I'd argue. This is gonna sound too disrespectful, I feel like, but I feel like how you perform versus people matters a lot to the community, is including this panel. And Oden, yes, he did fight these people. He didn't perform great.
But you didn't see. All you saw was him getting hit by Roger. Did you see how he performed against Rayleigh? Did you see how he performed against Gabon? Did you see how he performed against Whitebeard? No. So you saying that is like what? All his fights were off-paneled, like off-screen. The only thing we saw was him getting hit by Roger. That's it. The other one, he performed better. He almost took out Kaido until, he got distracted. And you want to argue that's observation, is fine, but he almost took out Kaido, who's on pretty much in his prime as well. So again, he performed fine.
That's another cause of contention, I guess, that I would have. I don't think Kaido was anywhere near his prime when he fought.
But he's 39 years old. And what did the guy Valley said? Remember, what did the thing he said at Guy Valley? He was 21 then.
And then it would be decades until he became strong.
It said some 10 to 2. That's 2 decades at least. So you do the math, Sebastian. 21 to 39. How many decades is that, Sebastian? Or at least, because clearly a decade already passed. At least one of them, or close dang near.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, and it wouldn't make any sense. How is Kaido not really close to his prime when he's 39 years old?
Well, that boy wasn't doing nothing back then.
Nah, shut up.
That's where you're wrong.
That's where you're wrong, bro. That's where you're wrong.
That boy wasn't doing nothing back then, man. I ain't seen nothing. It didn't take all that he had to put Oden down. And I'm not trying to disrespect Oden. That's just the facts. If he was in his prime, he held a lot back in his battle with Oden.
But Bash, I get you. And you're mostly talking about he hit him in the head, and took out Oden, right?
Even beyond that, bro. He didn't go hybrid. He wasn't using Conquerors.
So?
I mean, he used Conquerors in the attack.
Yeah.
But it wasn't named.
Bashing.
It wasn't like, bro, all we see Kaido do, that man did the bare minimum of his bag in his fight with Oden.
Bashing,
he was flying around in dragon form, breathing fire, got cut, went, oh snap, time to lock in a little bit, and hit him one time, the fight was over.
Bashing, but what fight are you talking about? Because remember, they clearly clashed with Conqueror's Haki when in the castle with Orochi. Like, that happened. They had Conqueror's clash.
People clash, man.
So again, that's why your understanding of certain things is off. Just because you didn't see, like you think, Kaido wasn't doing nothing, that doesn't make any sense. Because he was building a coup, building an army.
My point has always been, it didn't take we know Kaido has an excess bag.
Yeah,
we know that. That's not what it took for him to overcome what Oden had.
I get you, but clearly in the animes, I'm going almost all animes, and I'm going to even add the Roasting Crows. How many top tiers that you saw are strong, but out of nowhere, and I don't want to get spoiled. I don't want to spoil anybody. Get caught off guard and get taken out. For instance, Sebastian. Okay. Perfect example. Bally and Rinneman. Yeah. Perfect example.
Okay. Is that perfect though?
Is that
perfect?
Sebastian, the same thing. Okay. How durable was Big Mom?
Durable. Very durable.
Yeah, but did she not get caught off guard by a queen and get knocked out? In the head? See, that's what I'm talking about. Overall times, they are durable and strong. They show that anybody can get caught off guard, especially in a weakened spot, in a blind spot.
I can accept that.
Take you out. That's what happened.
I can accept that.
We see it all the time.
Me and Lawrence and other people's issues were the stakes on the line.
That's fair.
In both of the situations for Oden. And maybe it's on Oden. He didn't show enough for us to be fair. Like, oh. And meanwhile, we got dudes that were seemingly stronger than that version of Kaido. Like, if you want to ask how we scale narratively with the Shanks stuff, if you ask a majority of the people in the community who's stronger between Shanks and Kaido, most people say Shanks. And I think even you would agree that Kaido got maybe not significantly stronger, but stronger from the moment he fought Oden, because Oden himself told Kaido to get stronger.
No, but he didn't tell Kaido to get stronger. He was talking about his army. Because remember,
that's an interpretation.
No, I get you.
That's an interpretation.
I get you.
That is an interpretation.
I get you. But the thing is, what again goes into like, why didn't Kaido want to fight Oden in the samurais? What did Kaido say? Did he ever say that I'm too weak to beat him, or what was his fear?
That the army would lose.
Exactly, that's his point. He said, "I am building this army."
So you, let me ask you. You think Oden went, "Yo, make sure you build your military up"? That's what Oden was telling him.
Yes.
Come on, man.
No, that's just
why would Oden be like, build your military might up, Kaido? Even though that's the worst thing that could possibly happen to my people.
He said, build your strength now.
Build your strength up.
Sebastian, he's talking about his military army. Sebastian, why I say that? Because what did Kaido say to Oden? He only said, if Oden, and this is what you always get mad at, that Oden didn't do. Oden didn't rely on his friends or whatever. Kaido only said to Oden, if you, with the Yakuza and the Samurais, teamed up together and fought me, with the military strength I have right now, because it's at the level that I want, I have to build it up. Because remember, he only has king and queen. The rest of them are fighters, Sebastian. He said, I would have lost.
He didn't say that.
Or he said Kaido thought he was going to lose.
He did not say he would lose. He said we would have
been an advantage or whatever.
He said the losses on both sides would have been great. Yeah. So he was counting on the losses, but Kaido did not say I would lose to you.
Maybe he didn't. But like, my point is, Kaido was not focused on I'm not strong enough. He's focused on the backing of my military army is not where it needs to be at.
But I'm saying, what you're saying is that Oden told him to build his military might up. And that's an interpretation. That could be the case. My interpretation of that was, get as strong as you can because Joyboy coming. Not get the strongest army you could possibly get because Joyboy's coming. But that was my interpretation. I will allow that your interpretation could just very well be right. But that's not how I interpret it, which is why we have this chasm in our view of this.
But even off that doesn't take what I'm saying. Because again, if it's both, if it's Kaido's strength and his military strength, right?
He built up both in my opinion.
Right? It's argued Joyboy's stronger than Emo are on the same level. Mm-hmm. So how's that different than what I'm saying now? Because none of the people we know who could really beat Joyboy in a fight. Kaido can't. No, my point is, Kaido cannot beat Joyboy in a fight even now.
Well, hold on. But what Oden is saying is a blanket statement, right? Build up your might. Get as strong as you can, is how I think it was phrased in the official, right? Build it. I don't remember what it exactly was said, but it's in the vein of get as strong as you can. Become more than you are, right? Whether it's the military, whether it's your personal strength. The Kaido we saw seemingly was more than he was. And this is what I'm saying when we talk about the gaps. Would you say the Kaido that we saw at Onigashima was more than he was that fought Oden? Would you say that?
I think he's a little bit stronger. But my point is, again, to me, It's like, to me, if you say more than once, then you have to say this to me. Because it was Roger right now at 39 at God Valley. The Roger we know now, is he more than he was?
Yes.
But why?
Because he had years to get stronger. Built his hockey. He got into battles with extremely strong people.
You're missing a big piece.
What are you saying?
Why? What did Roger learn at God Valley?
Oh,
exactly. That's the gap. You could build. No, my point is, they're clearly showing you could get stronger gradually. But unless you learn certain key features of hockey, like critical mass hockey or whatever, or certain outputs, your strength is going to gradually get stronger. Because that's why I argued with the whole Rock's thing, him being an admiral. Mm-hmm. But again, 18 years have passed since that time with Rock's fighting that admiral and beating him until now. Did you see a big major gap in Rock's strength?
Okay, I'm asking.
So my point is that Rock didn't learn certain key things of hockey that made the big difference. Okay, that's the point I'm making. Roger learned critical mass hockey, or maybe something else that made the gap significantly a lot larger.
Okay. Do you think Kaido improved his hockey over that time?
Yeah, he got stronger, but I'm not saying my point is there's not a big difference.
You think he improved his hockey? Do you think he awakened? Do you think his Doffy was awakened already at that time?
Yes.
You think it was awakened already?
Bro,
when he fought Oden?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be? No, why wouldn't it be? Luffy awakened it in what?
He did literally nothing with the fruit.
Doesn't matter.
He used the fruit to be Big Dragon and shoot Burrow Breath.
Sebastian.
He didn't do anything else with the fruit.
So you're telling me that people like Luffy who have the fruit, waking it early, like Rob Lucci or whatever, and Kaido, whose knowledge of awakening, who had it for years.
We don't know when he got that knowledge.
Sebastian, but we know for a fact people are able to turn into, my point is, we already saw, like, Conq is a good example where, again, I'm able to I could turn hybrid. I could do all this stuff. And now 2 years later, I'm awakening it? You get me? It doesn't pass that Kaido didn't awaken his fruit. Because we didn't even go out, Kaido didn't awaken his fruit against Luffy. But my point is, College had knowledge and ample time to do stuff with his ability.
But he had more time after the Oden death.
But we already see people able to use their ability like willy-nilly, no problem. First time we saw Sabo just eat the fruit.
My point is, the everything we saw Kaido capable of doing at God Valley is the extent of what we saw him doing versus Oden. That's it. But that's what I'm saying. You're telling me you think he was awakened when I see him on panel doing the same stuff he was doing the first 2 minutes he ate the fruit, and that was enough to win the fight. Am I lying? Like, that's what happened.
No, it didn't.
Lionel.
The fight was off panel one, and Kaido, they didn't want to show Kaido go hybrid because he was saving it for now,
which is fair. But Lionel, they didn't show Oden and him fighting at all. That didn't happen. He goes in the sky spamming the Burrow Breaths. That's what was happening. Oden was fighting through the trenches with the fodder people. I don't want to say fodder, but with the army. And then he finally reaches Kaido, jumps up, does the paradise thing, cuts Kaido down. Kaido's like, oh, snap, I caught it. And then they're about to clash. Momo, you can't see. That's what happens. So again, I'm not trying to knock Oden, but when I read this, and I'm like, okay, this is I don't want to say extent. This is what Kaido utilized in this fight. This is what Kaido had at God Valley. And this is what Kaido has when I see him actually boxing at the highest level he can box at. Potentially, because who knows about awakenings, whatever. It's just different. It's just very different. What I read with Kaido on Onigashima, and what I read with Kaido at God Valley, and what I read with Kaido versus Oden, it's a different person I'm seeing fight.
It's just not, to me. It's not. Because again, that's how vague and kind of dumb that is to me. Because again, who's Kaido fighting? He's fighting the main character, Sebastian. So we're not going to get Shorty name attacks. We're not going to get Shorty all this information off this guy who's a flashback character.
I can accept that, but if they had them two fighting for an extended period of time off panel, I would be like, okay, I just told you, that's not what happened. Oden was fighting through the trenches, finally got to Kaido, got his hit off, Kaido gets up to swing back, and then the fight's over because Oden got distracted. That's what happened. That was the extent of Kaido versus Oden. If it was this, Kaido and Oden been fighting for 5 days. Kaido and Oden been fighting for 3 days. There's Haki going on every which way, off panel. I'd be like, okay, there we go. That's what Lionel's talking about. But that's not what I read. That's not what you read.
But you're forgetting 2 things. Again, when they already had a clash at they already had a clash and fought each other at the castle.
Okay.
Then the whole time, just like the whole Doffy and other stuff, what was Oden doing? He was fighting Kaido's army. Then he finally gets to Kaido. Kaido does a black blast, hits Oden back. Oden jumps and hits him. Then he lives it. Then Kaido just hits him in the back of the head. I guess the fight wasn't as long as it needed to be, but all that fight was circumstantial. It's literally like pretty much the whole thing what happened to Luffy in Doflamingo. Luffy gets all his way to fight Doflamingo. Okay. Lord helps Doflamingo out. You get me? And Luffy lands a hit. Then stuff happens.
This is the easiest way I can go about this, I guess. Because we are linking along here. If you replaced Oden with any of those top tiers that you're mentioning, it doesn't go down like that.
Do they have a son?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah.
No, so the son's in that.
You can replace Momo with Luffy, and that's not happening.
That's not his son. Bastion, no.
You can replace Momo with Luffy, and that's not happening.
Bastion.
It's not.
You're not putting the Momo's. They're not related. They're not.
Come on,
son.
Come on,
you gotta
Lionel.
give the same thing.
Come on,
don't
Lionel.
just give anybody.
Come on, bro.
A friend that I know I met like, days ago compared to flesh and blood. That's my child.
Lionel.
Bastion, don't give me that crap.
You're acting as though Shanks wouldn't sacrifice his life for Luffy's. Come
Bastion,
on, Lionel.
bro. You said Momo and Luffy.
No, I'm saying replace Momo with Luffy and Oden with Shanks. That's what I'm saying. Replace them.
I get you,
a
but
person
still not
who means as much to Shanks as Momo means to Odin.
You say that, but he gave his freaking arm to a Sand King.
For Luke, that's what I'm saying.
Bastion, goes into that. Like goes to the same thing. But again, that was off distraction because he didn't know what was going on. Well, Shanks cleared, and we always argued. We saw Shanks fight Harold and all this stuff.
There's actively like retcon plot elements with why Shanks might have given his arm with that.
But I get you. But again, you show that when someone you love is threatened or whatever, that puts you in a vulnerable state. And all that stuff happened in a split second. As soon as Kaido got hit by Oden, because we already saw it. How fast Kaido, remember when Luffy punched Kaido one time? That one time when he did over conquering and Luffy hit him? You know how fast Kaido got to hit Luffy? You remember? When Luffy did an over con gun and sent Kaido flying. Then Kaido did death or whatever and immediately rocked Luffy right after. And Luffy almost got knocked out. Those were seconds. Luffy almost got knocked out. Those were seconds. Or that amount of second that happened, the fast recovery that Kaido did, Oden was briefly distracted because he thought his son was going to pass. That's what I'm talking about.
Go ahead, Lo.
Okay, so I want to say it because originally he asked my take, and you guys got into it, right? So I know we were thinking long on this, so I'm gonna try not to be long because we only got an hour left now, right? So first, I have to say some things. Good thing a lot of mention that we spoke in the past before about this after other guys. So Lionel learning out two things. So I'm gonna bring out some stuff I said to Lionel on the phone, right? One, I gotta say, yes, Oden did I'm not saying Oden is weak at all. I do believe he's strong. He's part of Kaido's top 5, and he showed that he was strong, naturally strong. Kind of almost like a freak of nature in his own right. Not so much Big Mom level, but his own right, as in with his Haki, what he's able to do at such a very young age, right? He showed he was impressive. But I do want to add these factors. Lionel brought up Oden and Whitebeard, right? And then also Whitebeard in his prime, right? But again, I'm gonna bring up the same thing I brought up with Roger. Notice, I still didn't look into it. That's my fault. Chat, if you guys know it, if you guys go to it, the first I'm bringing up about when Whitebeard goes to Wano and then clashes with Oden, bring it up because what I remember is when they clash. Notice that I believe that Whitebeard didn't use Haki hardening, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the reason I bring this up because look at a trend here. Because I said the same thing with Roger did the same thing when he was fighting, right? He only used it against certain people, right? So they clash here or whatever, right? And then we see later on, all right, Whitebeard's in his prime. He clashes. He shows up, and guess what? Roger blows Oden away. Remember, blows him away with one attack, right? And we all know the output that Roger put in that attack wasn't meant to take out Oden. It wasn't threatening. It was just
threatening. Okay.
It wasn't threatening. Want to know why it wasn't threatening? Was Roger trying to end Oden's life? No. Why? Because guess what?
No,
after those days,
my point is
finish. Lionel, let me give my point. We don't have enough time, and he asked me the question, right? He was not trying to end his life. He wasn't trying to end his life, so it wasn't life threatening. I worded that
damage. That's the point I'm making.
That's fine.
But you said not threatening. Damage is threatening.
Whatever. Not life threatening, right?
There you go.
This is the point though, Lionel, right? because it wasn't life-threatening. And then guess what? You look at the attack that Roger and Viper did together. The attack that Roger did to Oden doesn't compare to the attack that Viper and Roger clashed, right? He's talking about this level, he looked good, but also, too, again, and they fought for 3 days. Again, right? And I told Lionel, notice that all these people fighting, it wasn't like they were enemies, right? The one time that Oden had the life and death fight with someone, because they were enemies, where he's trying to take your life, and you're trying to take his, he lost. I'm sorry to say, that's what happened with Kaido. That one fight, all these ones, Oden, right? The all the other fights were like skirmishes, right? Wasn't like, because like even Whitebeard and Roger, like friendly, but they showed more power in their attacks, right? The one time that Oden had his fight, he lost it against the top tier. And like Sebastian said, Kaido wasn't in his hybrid form. He didn't use a name attack. We don't even see what type of level of Haki he used, because there's no on his club. You didn't see any lingering of anything. You just seen it, right? So. In that case in point, and then I want to argue too, also at that one time, right? And then also, again, so you guys brought up Shanks being in that point, because I said the same thing, right? And then I told Lionel, I'm sorry, no matter what you say, from what we seen of Shanks, what happened to Oden doesn't happen to Shanks. And one key factor here, right? His observation freaking Haki. Like, this is what I'm trying to say right here. You want to say why he's wrong? Because, right? We saw Shanks, right? From a distance, right? With Kid, right? And remember, this was an attack towards Shanks. This was an attack towards his people in his crew. Shanks is not even out at sea yet. He's still on that Elbaph or whatever they were on that island. They are deep in the sea, and Kid's even farther than that crew because he's shooting them from a distance. Shanks was able to read way ahead of time, future sight, read what was happening from that, and then close the distance on Kid in an instant before he could even get off his attack. So with this level observation Haki, which Oden has not shown any types of, how would I believe that this trickery, yes, it's not from Kaido, but what happened that Shanks should fall for when he's able to see this much of a future and at a distance? So let me finish, right? And then also too, again, another thing from a distance, I want to add into like you guys keep you bring out the Luffy knocking out people, 50,000 people, right? If that covers like a distance and Haki's strength, Luffy couldn't reach 100,000. It said Shanks could reach 100,000, right? But mind you, again, we see the Haki, Conqueror's Haki he did against Green Bull. The distance. We see that, go here. Shanks' observation Haki and Conqueror's Haki is able to reach this much of a distance, where Shanks is not even on Wano itself. He's somewhere in the sea, but his observation, because remember, he has to track where Green Bull is. So he has to use observation to track where Green Bull is, and then send his Conqueror's Haki there to shut off Green Bull's ability with his Conquerors from that distance. You're talking about covering the distance of 100,000 people. What's the distance from here? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Between Shanks and Green Bull here. And then to have this level of effect where it's still strong enough, not only to stop Green Bull, because remember, he was full logging mode, whatever, to turn off his ability and to immobilize him. Where he's yelling on pain, who is that? Shanks, leave me alone. Like, and then, like, whatever. Like, I'm saying, this is the distance he was able to cover. Nah, that's what happened. Green Bull's hands were literally in the air and he's yelling out, and his ability completely digressed, right? So I'm saying the distance where Shanks is able to use his Haki and travel, whatever, doing this, Oden has not shown that. Especially with his observation. So here, what I'm saying is this will not happen to to happen to Shanks because of what he's able to do with Haki-wise and his ability. It will show that it was too strong for that, right? Oden has not shown these at all, right? And also, too, right, I think that was enough. What I'm going to say, I'm going to add more, but, like, I think what Cable, like I said before, too, like, and also I said, the one big fight that Oden had, he lost. And also, too, like, pretty much, right? So, what?
If you have more, I have one thing to add.
Go ahead. I have one question.
1 second. The other piece to show the difference between Oden and Shanks in their respective scenarios, like Lawrence brought up, the 100,000 people that Shanks would have been able to knock out. When Oden came up against Kaido and his 10,000 or whatever, he didn't go, let me use my Haki to flex and knock all 100,000 of these people out, 10,000, whatever number this was. Seemingly, the Shanks that we're talking about would have been able to do that and at least probably all of these people are getting knocked out.
Yeah.
Versus maybe just King and Queen or whoever at Jack. Whoever, I don't think Jack was even alive. Jack was like 8. I don't know. Would have survived this. His Conquer's Haki blast in that moment. And I'm not trying to show that that's the gap, but it tells me there's a difference here between that man facing these odds and Oden when he faced them. So
it's funny you say that, right?
Hit me.
But those are fishermen, non-warrior fighters that Luffy knocked out 50 and Shanks knocked out 100. Yet you also said, and we question it even today, that when we see Haki Conquerors getting released in Wano and other areas in, I think, Elbaph
and getting knocked out.
No, the lack of numbers of getting knocked out. Like, we even question, how come he only knocked out some giants, he only knocked out kids? So that fluctuates. So that argument right there is invalid because we really see how many people in Wano that some of the conquerors did we see actually a lot of people get knocked out? No.
Well, you could
it's not a lot.
Well, you could argue, right? Who was Shanks' Haki in a way compared to? It was compared to, in a way, Joyboys.
No, they didn't fully compare it to Joyboys. They just said, like, is it stronger than Joe? It's Joyboys? What was it? It's strength.
So,
what did it say?
That's comparing because right now you're sensing something, and it makes you think of like Shanks' Haki. Like, yo, is this even like the strongest Haki they're sensing is Shanks, and they're sensing this one? They're like, yo, can this be stronger than Shanks? Even if it is, but you're putting Shanks up there. That's the level he's able to do. We saw Joyboy's Haki knock out Vice Admirals and Haki users, right? So then, you talk about the whole Wano thing. If Joyboy's Haki is able to do that, and Shanks' Haki is somewhat, maybe I'll be a little lower. I'm not gonna say Shanks' Haki is Joyboy level, but it's in question of thought. Like, yo, can this possibly be even stronger than Shanks' Haki? Because we're feeling this, because they felt it, right? They know it, right? They probably felt it when he attacked Kid, right? So this same situation. They just felt Shanks' Haki when he attacked Kid or observation, whatever, you know. And then they're seeing here. So that thought here. If Joyboy's level is knocking out Vice Ammo levels or whatever, right? How many people in Kaido's in this thing are stronger than Vice Ammo?
But you can't use that as a knock on Oden. Just didn't do Conqueror's Haki in this attack.
But we're comparing what is capable.
You don't know if you can knock it or not. My point is, just because, like, for instance, when do you ever see Roger or anyone else do a Conqueror's Blast, whatever, and knock out people? Like, my point is, just because you like, these are the evidence after whatever you say, just because somebody didn't use it at that moment, doesn't mean they're not capable of doing it.
How many times have you seen them, those people you're talking about,
faced with this situation?
Same as that situation.
The only time you can say it for Roger would have been at war.
But you don't see them do it at all. You don't see any of these guys do actual. When's the last time you saw Kaido do an actual Conqueror's attack?
Lino, again.
Like, you don't see,
Lino, I think this is right. In that situation, you know who was in a similar situation but did do it? Luffy. Because
it's funny, because you bring this up. Big Mom Lee does Conqueror's attack and doesn't even knock out Usopp. You get me? So this is what I'm saying. Like, you guys are doing an argument, but there's so inconsistencies with the Conqueror's attack overall. Because do you believe that Usopp has strong enough will to be knocked out by a Conqueror's attack?
Do we know that it reached Usopp?
It's knocking people on the same floor as Usopp. How did I reach him? He's literally seeing people get knocked out, and they thought Usopp was doing it, and Usopp was taking the hype from it.
Listen, man.
And my second question is, okay, this is the question I'm going to ask you. You come with the observation Haki, right? Future Sight and all that stuff. I'm going to ask you, do you guys think that Shanks' Future Sight is greater or better or the same level as Luffy's and Kaido's?
I would say based on what we've seen, yeah.
It's better? Wait, why?
He seemingly saw farther into the distance than they were able to see.
But how you get off that?
No, not just the distance.
Yeah.
Also at length. Like, for example, Luffy seeing when has Luffy showed that he's able to see the future from the distance? Not only like what the time span, but like, for example, Luffy's only in the opponent he's fighting. Right? This dude is seeing it off island. We talked about, for example, remember a while back, Ray said, you could literally go to an island and sense, people's strength level there. Luffy on this island, there's like 500 or whatever stronger than you. Shanks could do that off island. You know what I'm saying? Like, the island over. I don't got to get to the island to do that. I could, on my ship at a distance. Oh, this person right here, you know what? I'm going to affect this person. Because remember, ammo level, Shanks can affect. I'm I'm on the ship. I'm a sense this guy is admiral level. Pinpoint him. I'm gonna stop you.
Man, that's not doing future sight.
No, Lino. You just have to set someone's location, their strength.
No, I was talking about future sight.
What do you think is? Do you think, for example,
he's talking specifically?
Yeah, you're talking about distance of observation. I'm talking about seeing into the future.
No,
that's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
Either way, he still has.
That's part of your observation.
No, there's two different shades of observation.
Future sight and observation are the same thing. I'm talking about the level that Shanks is able to do with it. It's combined. It's not different. It makes it even more so because what you're able to do with your future sight and your observation at the same time. That's what I'm trying to say. All that together, and how you do it, how you're able to affect it, is always able to do with observation.
How, if he can see in the future far away distance, like from another island, you're just adding.
No. We do. You want to know? Because he did it with Kid.
That wasn't islands away.
Lionel.
That wasn't island away.
One, first of all, islands away, right? We saw Shanks off island affect Wano, right? We saw Shanks still on an island. Was Kid visible, right? Through their eyes on that island? No.
I have to go back to see it.
Go to Shanks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Kid only saw
the ships.
Oh yeah, their ships. He didn't see Shanks' ship.
They saw the island though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's Shanks' ship I'm talking about. But either way, that's deep out in the sea.
I think the gap is not as big as you think it is. And one, again, distance.
Either way,
my point is,
Kaido hasn't shown that in the slightest.
But again, they're not in circumstances to show it. That's why you're using evidence of what this person showed. No, you're using evidence of what this person showed, and this person's not in the circumstances.
Luffy couldn't even sense.
Who I know didn't do it.
Luffy couldn't even sense. Where? No, 100%.
What?
Yeah, Oden, he didn't show that. But either sense, Luffy. Because the question was Luffy, right?
I said Luffy and Kaido.
Yeah, Luffy and Kaido. Both of this. What you call it? Luffy couldn't even sense. Remember when Kaido attacked his crew? Right?
Yeah.
Right? Luffy couldn't even sense if they're all right. That's on Wano. Same island. With future sight. Mm-hmm. Couldn't even sense if they're okay. I don't know what and got angry and attacked Kaido. He couldn't even do that. So showing me, it doesn't reach that far, right? And to see what's going to happen, because guess what? There's a limit. Luffy's only showed that in future sight, he's able to see in battle who he's fighting.
I'm gonna make this even simpler for you.
No, my point is, I want to bring up, regardless if they can see into the future. That's my point I'm making. They can see into the future, right? Because my point is that how come they didn't stop that guy from stopping Luffy? Like either of them, Kaido or Luffy, they didn't see. Again, they both used future. They both were acting using future in the fight.
Guernica?
Yeah, what's his name?
Guernica.
Yeah, he stopped Luffy. And Luffy was like, huh, and he gets hit by Kaido.
To my understanding, they were mid-attack. They were swinging.
But again, future sight, they would have saw that coming. That's the point I'm making. That's what happened. And that's two people. That's two people that would not want that to happen.
That's fine, but Shanks is greater than their future.
Yeah,
Shanks is greater than them.
My point is, you said because Shanks is future sight.
Yeah, he has displays that would show him he's not going to get put in that situation.
They have future sight. Then you can say Shanks is greater, but the point is, they're still using future sight. They can see into the future, prevent things from happening. Yet they didn't prevent that. That's your whole argument. When we saw two people, that's what you said. But my point is, it's that can still happen. You can still get caught off guard. Even
you can. You
can. Speed and everything. We said what kind of future sight?
I'm asking a question.
We see, like, look, for instance, what did Luffy say? Remember what Luffy said? When he sees Kaido jump at Luffy and hit him, Luffy said, I barely dodged it and I was still using future sight. That's what I'm saying. That vulnerability and a few amount of seconds. That's all it takes. You being vulnerable, a few amount of seconds, you get speed blitz, you get caught off guard. That's the point I'm making.
Okay.
That can happen to anybody, even Shanks, Lawrence.
How? Prove it. Show instances where it happened to Shanks.
Yo,
when do we see Shanks really fight, bro? We only see awesome instances where he's showing his best to play. We never see Shanks in an actual situation.
I'm asking you a simple question.
You say that he got caught by Blackbeard, and he said, "I didn't let my guard down."
Oh, you don't freaking know.
You don't freaking know.
I'm asking you a simple question.
You don't freaking know.
I'm asking you a simple question.
This is what you're.
This is what you don't know. You don't know that. Lawrence, he's doing it. It's funny, Lawrence. You said that, right? He's clearly doing advanced conquerors. He's clearly doing advanced conquerors fighting Herald. Later on, you get me? Like, you get me? So you don't
got
even...
the scar already.
No, but my point is... No, but then my point is... My point is, you don't know when he fought Blackbeard.
You know they got the scar already, though.
Yeah, but you don't know if he was not using Conquerors of Future Sight during that time.
Maybe. Who knows?
We don't know. Because you don't... The time you talk about Shanks using Future Sight, he's a grown man. We don't know when he learned it. Luffy learned at 19.
Let me say this. Let me ask you this.
Because he was... Oh, my gosh.
Luffy right now versus Oden. Who you got? Because we all know your answer to Luffy versus Shanks right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So the fact that you know the answer to that one, and you're like, you're thinking, that's the gap. That's the gap.
Thank you.
Whether we can explain it to you or not, that feeling you have when I asked you this person versus that person, like,
but I was actually going towards Oden. Okay, yeah, you said that's good, but I was actually going towards Oden.
But you have to think about it. But there's no question Luffy versus Shanks. You have to think about it. In fact, there's no question.
There's only two things, though.
You didn't even answer.
No, why know why? Why know why? No, do you know why? Because it goes into, again, what I think. We argued this before. I said, as long as I should give people crap, I just assume they might have it, but I don't fully guarantee it. Then again, what did we argue before? Shanks might have knowledge of critical mass
He
Haki.
doesn't need critical mass Haki to beat Luffy.
My point is, that's the point is, that's the upscale that could give Shanks over Oden. That's the only thing it could give him.
That's Future Sight?
What about Future Sight? But my point is, again, I'm going by again. I already told Lawrence. Oden could just learn this stuff during mid-battle.
Lionel.
No, can he not?
What?
Lionel.
How am I wrong?
He's not wrong.
I'm not wrong. No, you tell me I'm wrong. When freaking Zolo is learning advanced concepts during mid-battle,
that's not a valid reasoning for why someone would win a fight in a hypothetical.
Bash it.
In a show.
No, it's invalid. Wanna know why? Because if you're doing that with other characters, like Kaido, I can just whip out Future Sight. With Zolo, another character who's attached to the main character, I can just whip out Conquerors. We're seeing people like Roger literally.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Oden could do all that. He'll still lose.
Yo, we got 40 minutes, guys.
Roger literally learned critical massing during mid-battle. And what the really said, you learn this stuff through battle. So again, am I wrong?
If that's what you have to lean on, then he's not winning.
If
you have to lean on him winning, learning some ability.
Luffy did it. Luffy did it.
Even with that.
Luffy did, bro. Oh, it can't happen. It happened. Luffy did it. Roger did it against Rock.
Lana, you got it.
We have Luffy and Roger doing against Rock.
I'm not going to have it, bro.
Nah, bro.
This is crazy.
And he tries to say he's not biased.
No, I'm not. I'm
This is
good.
not biased.
All that stuff I said is what the manga showed. Am I wrong? Exactly.
No.
All I said was the manga showed.
No. Having your interpretation? No. Because when we say what do we say that wasn't what the show showed? What do we say when it wasn't the show?
That's what I said, bro.
Lawrence,
The manga showed this all.
A lot of your bias, bro. You gotta admit that.
Bro, I was arguing facts with the manga show.
This is bias, bro.
Everybody can do it. He can do it too.
He didn't do it against Kaido. He didn't do it against Kaido. Everybody can do it. He didn't do it against Kaido.
Circumstantial.
Oh, circumstantial?
Circumstantial, bro.
The time to do it, you don't do it. Oh, circumstance?
Yeah.
This dude, after one shot, admitted defeat. I'm sorry.
Circumstantial, bro.
Circumstantial. So he admitted defeat after one shot.
Circumstantial, bro.
No, stop. That's not circumstance.
Yeah,
That's not circumstance.
It is.
He got one shot and admitted defeat. That's
His
not
son was
circumstance.
involved.
This is wild, bro.
Not afterwards.
Just like circumstantial shakes off his arm.
Stop.
Circumstantial shakes off his arm.
This is bias.
It's true.
That's not the same thing.
Y'all gonna let me get back to Super
It's circumstantial.
Are y'all gonna do
It's
that?
circumstantial.
Are y'all gonna do that?
It's circumstantial.
This is bad.
Shanks could have knocked out that Sea King, but circumstances of I want to lose this arm, getting connected with Dorsey, and
you see that when he compares it to this is bad.
No,
it's
it is.
bad.
I'm saying circumstantial.
It's low-key sad.
Just like Big Mom getting knocked out by Queen.
It's low-key sad.
I need you to know Oden better than this.
I'm just saying circumstantial. I don't care what you guys think or believe.
That's fine.
Everything I said was from the manga. You get me off your own headcanon and biases is off. But that's it. No, everything I said was off canon. That's you really believe that you thought Kaido is so much weaker than 39 years old. That's your headcanon. You said that. You thought Kaido was so much weaker when the narrative maker said he's not that weak in 39 years old. He's close to Pirate King level in his prime. But to you, your headcanon, you think he's weaker. But I'm going to go biased and off my own bullcrap. That's what I'm talking about. So shut up. Like, that's really, I don't care what you guys think. You really thought Kaido was stronger than Shanks at one point. Exactly. Yeah, I always been consistent with people's strength.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
You haven't?
Yes, yeah.
Blackbeard, Lionel.
Are we done?
Blackbeard what?
Remember when you tried arguing that Blackbeard didn't have Haki? You always been consistent with your strength?
That's just me not knowing the full information. That's me not knowing the full information.
Excuses.
No,
right?
that's true.
Let's move on.
Lawrence, you only thought all Giants were weak.
Lionel.
It's like you only thought how many times Lawrence going back? All Giants are weak. Yeah, when we have 2 conquerors, Loki's like one of the strongest characters now. Like it's just like he's a freaking giant, Lawrence. I thought they were all
He's
weak.
an Asian giant. He's not
Doesn't
a
matter.
giant.
He's still a giant.
He's not an
Still a giant, bro.
He's not a normal
Look at
giant.
you lacking information. Yeah, exactly.
That is completely different.
No, it's different. Exactly. Again, bro.
It's bad.
Again,
Oh my gosh.
you bad. You be bull crapping too. You be saying Lawrence Bastion released this, but Lawrence Bastion said that Lawrence said at one point that Marco is not even 2nd Division commander strength. Like Lawrence says it. Like he keeps Lawrence talking about, he doesn't hate Marco. Every time he talks about Marco, elite goes down. Elite goes down.
So
he's not 1st Division commander strength. He's not 2nd Division commander strength. What level is he? Is he not even 3rd anymore? You say these things, then when you go into your moments, you be capping hard.
I'm not capping.
No, bro, you is downgrading Marco more and more. When I look at something, he can't even be clean now.
Yo, Lionel.
I'm just saying,
I need you to drop it.
I'm just saying, bro.
Because I'm trying to finish the show.
Finish it, man. I'm just saying, I be true, bro. Yeah, I be fake.
It's bad, bro. You're like a little kid.
Yeah, and you're inconsistent. You're inconsistent, but you be bull crapping.
We got another 10 from Rox D. Manny. It says opinions on the Avatar live action Korra. I feel like she gets a lot of hate for no reason. Annie's character wasn't meant to handle her kind of battles and stresses. The series deserves less hate, in my opinion. Okay, so the series itself does deserve less hate. Korra kind of trash. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm gonna be real. Korra herself.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't a big Korra guy. And it wasn't because she was a woman. It was because I just didn't care for her character. I thought some of the love interest situations were whack. I thought the decisions she's made were kind of not great. I thought I had an issue with how strong she was supposed to be. And then the struggle she would have with the strength she seemingly was. She was like a genius. Start out. And then she was like overconfident. And then just wasn't Aang. You know what I mean? And it's not fair to compare her to Aang, but like the series itself was great to me. I love the villains. I love the storylines in general. I didn't care for the love interest too much. But Korra didn't resonate much with me. A lot.
Yeah, same. And also too, like you said that they showed that she was a genius. Aang showed that he was actually a genius. They tried telling up that she was supposed to be a genius or was a genius, but then got outclassed at every turn, even at the lowest level. Every genius. Like almost any battle, any fight, and everything. She struggled a lot, not really showcasing any type of genius. So it's just like you're telling me she is, but it was bad.
Wasn't it genius because she was quickly learning the elements?
She learned like 2 elements immediately, like earth and water. Instantly, like she mastered them or whatever. They said she mastered them. But
the master's strong.
Yeah, and she didn't look like a master. Yeah, she was kind of clumsy.
Hey man, shout out to Korra though. The series was good. I enjoyed it. Another 18 months at Yonko status from 5 a.m. Bleak. Welcome. And enjoy all the emojis. Another 5 months. $5 from Jada Rude. The one with the rings are stronger because Goku didn't have to lower his power to match Vegeta so they could fuse. That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't know if that innately makes them stronger, but maybe. Right? I suppose. Another 5 Canadian from Figureland Shampoo. Who do you think has better potential, Momo or Bonny? And do you think Bonny could be a apprentice in Luffy's ship? Hashtag is twins real. Hashtag Marv the Goat. Hashtag Sebi Webby. More potential, Bonny or Momo?
I gotta say Bonny for now.
She definitely has more courage.
But it's mostly her ability, though, I gotta say.
No, she has a stronger courage. Like at a young age, because they're around roughly the same age, she's more bold and won't be to step up and go there. Where Momo, Luffy has to like coach him to be courageous.
I think I'm going to go Bonny, and it's going to be for a reason that's not what you guys said right now. I think what Bonny does have that Momo doesn't have is a mentor that could get them to a space that's going to make them stronger. Momo doesn't really have that. He has like Kinemon and some of the scabbards, maybe. Well, I guess Yamato.
Yeah,
I forgot about Yamato.
Degree.
I did forget about Yamato.
Because she was like mentoring him when he was trying to move the island at one point. Like currently,
I might switch my answer because of Yamato. I completely forgot she existed. Not even joking. I forgot. I was gonna say Vegapunk.
For Bonny?
Yeah. I'll go Momo then. Yeah, I'll go Momo. All right. Another Yonko joined the ship in Monkey D. Tico. Welcome. Another 5 from St. Louis. It says, Marv doing this without being seen is like that episode of Naruto where we were supposed to see under Kakashi's mask. Listen, if y'all watch the old school intro, Marv in there, bro. We've had this conversation a few times. You can see Marv, man. He there. Another 5 from Hunch and D Hose. Speaking of Digimon, Marv, have you seen Digimon Beat Break?
I haven't seen it, but it looks amazing from what I've seen of it, the pictures and whatnot. The art style looks really great, and I like that it seems like it's aiming towards a older demographic. I think that's awesome. So I'm going to check it out eventually.
Okay, awesome. We got another 10 from Tyler the Don. What's up, Top? Just got off work. Just wanted to stop in and say Blackbeard the GOAT. Mihawk is Emu's relative, and Seb's always right when it comes to Blackbeard. Hashtag Gabon is not stronger than rocks. Hashtag topped on top. Hashtag bang bang Buggy Gang. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mihawk is Emu's relative is wild, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
You said he might be his son at one point.
Cool. Relative to him is different. A lot of people got kids. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people had some kids out here. Another 5 from Monkey D. Taco, who just became a Yonko. It says, what's good, fellas? What manga would you recommend to read with my 14-year-old godson? Appreciate y'all and the effort you put onto the pod. All right, 14-year-old Gameron. Or Ippo. Or, 14. Worst. Crows. Anything in the Crows worst universe. Have him read all of that. He'll be the GOAT. Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? QP, Kingdom, all the goated ones, man. If it's manga specific, I'll let the twins say one, but I just rattled off like 7. So
there's one recently. Shoot.
I'm probably not saying
One Punch Man.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I'm surprised you didn't say that already.
Yeah, One Punch Man.
Yeah, the One Punch Man guys. I'll let y'all champion that. I like it. I've never dove as hard in as I probably could have. I've been rereading Gameron. It's so good. It's so good.
Wait, did you watch? I can't think of one right now. But did you start reaching Blood and Steel?
Nah, my fault. I got a lot of manga I got to catch up on, man. But it's on the list.
Blood and Steel, I'll just say.
Blood and Steel? Okay. Law?
I said One Punch Man.
You said One Punch Man?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do all the ones I just said, and then maybe go to those 2.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, One Punch Man needs to build up a little more. So
if you're a little weary of what they're reading, because he's young at 14, I would say go Ippo. It's more motivational. It provides more structure, and it's hilarious.
I will say, don't read Ippo. You gotta watch it first. The beginning manga is graphics is so bad, but I would watch it first, and when you catch all the way up, then read. Because it's really bad in the manga.
Didn't Larry say that he read it and it was actually...
He liked it.
Yeah,
right? I mean, if you get past the graphics, it looked bad to me.
Okay. Yeah. And throw some manga recommendations.
You said that Crows is just as bad or worse, Lawrence.
Nah, Ippo was worse.
No,
I tried. I couldn't get through it.
Then Crows.
It was worse.
I ain't gonna lie.
Because Crows is pretty bad.
They both get amazing artwork at some point. I don't know what school these dudes ended up going to learn how
in the beginning,
to draw the way they needed to. But
it was rough.
Yeah. I think they were just trying to do the old school cartoon motif a little bit too much. I don't know. It's crazy the drastic difference.
Now how he looks. Then you see him now, it's like this is not the same manga I'm reading.
Yeah. All right, we got another 50 from Rox D. Manny. Thank you so much, man. It says, Marv bringing up Frankie as Frankenstein is crazy because he is monster of doctor. Emmett, a good dude, but what was his purpose? Question marks. Maybe Frankie will surpass Luffy, and Luffy isn't the one who wins next. Maybe One Piece end with Luffy taking an L. # love y'all folks.
How he's gonna be the Frankie?
What did I just read, bro?
What?
Exactly.
Thank you for the generous super chat.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I didn't follow all that for real, but Frankie's never surpassing Luffy.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Luffy would be dead, and Frankie still won't surpass Luffy.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, bro. That's a little disrespectful. But
That's fair.
yeah, man, I can't rock with that.
Wait, no, maybe if he starts drinking that Vegapunk, like
He could drink Vega Cola every day for the rest of his life,
all right, bro.
and he's not gonna be stronger than Luffy, bro. He just not. Like he's just not, bro. Another 2 from Tucci. It says Garling theory ties perfect with the Devon Delfruit and Blackbeard equals king. Eyes emoji. Maybe. I mean, I didn't really tie it into all that, but like, sure. You know? Cool. Another 2 from Mustafa Qatar, I think. I hope I read that right. It says, Akainu more of a conqueror than 99% of conquerors. # GOAT Kainu. To me, man, conqueror in my heart, bro. Kainu, man.
I hope you guys find that when Oda actually makes him not a conqueror. Because then...
Why you gotta do that, bro?
I didn't like that statement, man.
I didn't like it either. It didn't make sense.
Yeah, it didn't make sense at all.
There's
no when you think conquerors, you think
Kaido's not there.
He's not even top 5. When you think conquerors, you have a list. He's not reaching.
I 100% think of a Akainu, man.
Not even.
Akainu, big red, bro. Whole lot of red. Okay.
Do you think he's more of a conqueror than Joyboy and Roger?
I'm actually.
Yeah, he said. Didn't he say 99?
99%.
That's like
99% is a little
to talk trash behind a grown man's back and attack kids. That's in a sense what he did. You know what I'm saying?
Kaido did the same stuff.
Is that Conq?
Kaido was doing all that stuff. Yeah, I ain't had no issue with him.
When did Kaido do that?
Kaido was like, yo, man, you soft like Roger and Whitebeard. Waiting for him to die to say that. 1. 2. Yeah, no, we want to get petty. We can do this. We can do this. We can go. We can go.
Whitebeard was still alive.
We can go. Whitebeard was still alive. Whitebeard was definitely still alive.
He ain't here though. That's what you're saying.
I mean,
Roger's dead and Whitebeard ain't here. I'm talking trash.
Listen, respect Akainu, man. Whole lot of red, bro. All right. Kaido a conqueror, bro. If he not, Oda fumbled. I don't care. The headcanon above all. I don't care. I'm willing to accept that it's headcanon. I don't care. Kaido definitely a conqueror, man. Because what we doing if he not? What we doing?
That's like we giving Dash and Giles out here.
Yeah, right? What are we doing? What are we really doing? What are we really doing? If Akainu's not a conqueror, bro. And I know I'm emotionally invested. But what are we really doing?
I do for you on the Dash Giles thing. I feel that it's a waste of a conqueror's person. I really do. But
we got Boa as a conqueror, right?
No, that's right. That fits.
Cool, sure.
That fits. That rocks.
I guess, bro.
That rocks.
Whatever, man. You're my boy. Another $1.
How you didn't say Ken Sebastian?
Him too.
All right.
Him too.
All right.
No, I feel that.
What we doing?
I feel that with kid. He ain't doing nothing with it. Either is a kind.
Chill out, my boy, man. When he get up out that desk, is up, bro. Just know when you fight a party, you lose a part of you, man.
He be
alright.
He be conquering coding his pens when he writes to the girls.
Listen,
but I find it kind of weird that he's being a conqueror and all, and he's fighting for 10 days with someone who's not a conqueror. That kind of doesn't seem right to me.
That's word. That is.
Chill out.
There's some thought there.
Yeah.
Chill out, bro. Chill out, bro. I got nothing.
I'm just saying.
Chill out, bro. Chill out. That's when he awakened it. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep you. I don't know, man.
Now,
I'm willing to lower the bar. For my guy to get in. I don't care.
Oh my god.
Another one from Hydrogen. Thank you. Next time.
Give me a headache, bro.
Hey, man. Another 2 from Diamond Life. Add Bonny to the mix. Which 12-year-old's winning? Big Mom. Yo, y'all need to understand that Big Mom is smoking Bonny, bro. Like, it's not even a thought.
She is, but you gotta. My point is, I'm being stupid. I'm being stupid. But what if she could replicate Bajin then?
She has a more dangerous ability here. What if she just makes them younger? Because they're not so powerful that they could just flex out of that with Haki, right? And Bonnie's adept with her devil fruit, for real.
Do you think Big Mom awake? Because she's so emotional in her station. Do you think she awake conquers Haki then? If we got Ace, we got Doflamingo and them doing it.
I don't know, but I'm gonna be real with you. She better get them to like the right age, because if Big Mom is still like 5 or 4, she's still winning the fight.
She got smack Bonny once, and that's it.
She's still winning. She gotta get her to infant status. We got another 11 months at Nakama status from Fremos. It says, Seb, who you got? Mihawk versus Rocks. I'm gonna go Rocks. I know I'll be Rocks slandering, but I don't know. It feels weird to say Mihawk.
You kept saying it wasn't slander.
They call it slander. I don't consider it slander.
They wrong.
They wrong.
If you bring out facts to somebody and you don't agree with it, it's not slander. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Listen, man. It wouldn't shock me if it's Mihawk, though. And I know Larry's gonna flame me for this. It wouldn't shock me if it's Mihawk. It wouldn't.
I'm actually just curious about the difference of like swordplay being, because Mihawk is a master swordsman. Now you have this guy just grabbing a sword and just swinging at him.
He just
so just like,
do you think Mihawk would be disgusted?
I think.
What are you doing?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna put a poll up. Who y'all got? Mihawk versus Rocks.
I'm giving Rocks for now. I have to, because he's a conqueror, and he may not wield a sword properly, but he could fight. Like, that's hands on.
I do feel like we gassed the him not wielding the sword properly thing.
I get you, but the fact he was like
that wasn't like stated in the manga.
But you
that's
saw
our interpretation of what he's doing.
But name a swordsman who does this.
Hey, man.
You would never see that.
You don't see that.
Exactly. It's not skillful. It's not. There's no technique to it. It's literally just I just bring up sword and try to swing it.
Yeah.
Another 5 from Kaiba Corporate. Fan request cover story. Kaido can't stand the pain getting a Haki-infused tattoo from Yogoro. Hashtag the Harley text. Hashtag the Harley files. Hashtag twin linguists. Kaido getting a tattoo would be a hilarious cover story. I'm not gonna
it would.
I think that would be great. I think that would be pretty cool.
But honestly, I picture Kaido drinking and crying while he's getting a tattoo. Like,
Big Mom's there giving him support. It's okay.
I can picture it while he's getting a tattoo. Kaido gets drunk and moves and the guy messes up.
Oh, man.
And then like launches him and then another person comes in.
The joke has always been
lineups of
guys.
How big Kaido is he? Or definitely.
So there's always been like a meme of like the person who gave Kaido his tattoo, right? And it's like this giant like god-like figure, because like how is he even hurting Kaido? He's scarring him constantly with small little whatever. And it's like, do y'all like odds are he just turning off his like power?
C-Stone.
C-Stone. But that is the answer, right?
C-Stone?
C-Stone.
Probably.
But he's regularly durable as a giant regardless. Like because that's like he's a giant, because is he a giant in an Oni or he's ancient giant? Because that's how I still
he's
actually
an Oni. Whatever that is.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
We got another 2 from Inferno. Shanks and Mihawk versus Prime, Rayleigh, and Gabon. I'm going Shanks and Mihawk. We get this every so often. I'm going Shanks and Mihawk.
I'm going Prime, Rayleigh, and Gabon.
I believe Prime, Ray, and Gabon are stronger than Mihawk.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Okay. Another 5 from TK. Wemby is like a 2K my career player, Seb. I'm sorry for you. I believe y'all will make it to the finals, but y'all stopping at the Spurs in 4, OKC with the sweeping emojis. I I actually think the Knicks match up pretty well with the Spurs. We don't match up that well with the Thunder, but we'll see. The way the Knicks are playing, they seem really good. They seem really focused. They're playing through Cat more than they're playing through Brunson. It's not so much hero ball, a lot of off-ball movement, making everybody kind of more efficient in their scoring, and we're defending. So if we can shoot like we've been shooting and defend like we've been defending, we can beat anybody. The numbers will tell you that over our last 7 games. And we've already beat the Spurs, I think, twice or 3 times this year, one of which in a championship situation for the NBA Cup. So I think a lot of what we do allows for us to exploit some of the Spurs' weaknesses. Namely, especially if we're doing the Cat hub thing, it'll have to have Wemby kind of leave the paint unless they want to put somebody else on Cat, which I don't know. I don't know if you want that exactly. It's going to lead to a lot of foul trouble and a lot of Cat scoring on you. But yeah, if we force Wemby out of the paint, there's not as much rim protection. Whether he can recover, that's another conversation. We probably can, but I don't know. I think the Knicks would beat the Spurs in 6. Thunder, Knicks in 7. Either way, Knicks, bro. Another 5 from Max Power. It says the Giants are trash and complete bums against their top opponents. Can't wait to see them get wiped week 1 against my Dallas Cowboys. Hashtag Seb Slander. Hashtag Marv top 1. Okay, I was reading this as like the Giants of Elbaph.
Yeah, word. I was like, okay. And then I heard, I was like, wait.
Of course you were like, okay. Yeah. We haven't beaten the Cowboys week 1 in a long time, so I'll have to eat that for now.
Crazy. I didn't really knew he was talking with the Giants.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Back-to-back sports tweet, super chats. Okay. We'll see. It looks like a new year for the Giants, man. We've been kind of mid for a long time recently, so we'll see. Looking forward to the season now. Cowboy soccer. Yeah, bro. I don't know how old you are, but you probably have never seen a Cowboys conference championship or Super Bowl appearance, so your opinion don't matter. Number 2 from TKT. How do you feel about Luffy becoming a Seraphim? Ew. No.
Yeah, that's
Why would we
bad
do that?
taste in that.
Why would we do that?
Did they make one version of Luffy?
Like a clone?
Yeah.
No, they said Luffy becoming a Seraphim. I'm going to assume they meant clone Luffy.
Yeah, like to me it has to be like, all right, they clone Luffy into that.
I actually still don't know if I like that a lot. I don't.
I wouldn't mind it. But actual Luffy turning into no, absolutely not.
Another 10 from Wade the Asian. Just came back, Seb smiling and the twins beefing. Laughing emojis. I generally can't wait to watch this later. Hashtag speculation twins. Hashtag it's murder. Hashtag bust it open. Hashtag I love this pod. Hashtag sibling rivalry. Yeah, y'all was getting into it, bro. I was just trying to move past it and y'all was just going. And I was like, do I yell? I was like, what did Dad used to do? I don't think that would work for me, man.
You would try to take out the belt?
Oh, man. Another 2 from Davey the Oaks. Where's Larry? We need someone to balance the BS. Yeah, man. There was a lot going on out here, bro. I'm sorry I'm not as good a mediator as Larry is, I guess. Another 5 from Roxy Manny. It says, to clarify on the last super chat, Frankie will surpass Luffy in the timeline and echo Luffy like Emmett. Frankie will live on following the next Nika user. Okay, that makes sense. That makes so much more sense to me. Still no. Mihawk versus Loki. Who you got? $2 from David E. Oaks. And why? I'm going Loki.
I'm going Loki too.
Loki too.
I got
right
Loki.
now. Right now, yeah.
They say Larry would have sat right there just like you, Seb, smiling. Oh, man. All right, that's all the super chats for now. We still have 15 minutes left in the episode, so we'll try to get to some callers.
So back to arguing. No, stop.
Nah, we're going to try to get some callers. All right. I'm going to just drag people in. I think Trent DM'd me earlier. I don't know who's here first, but I'll get Trent in here, man. I'll get Trent in here. Oh, I don't even have the thing set up. Hold up. My bad, y'all. It's been a while since we got the calls.
Yeah, I was thinking the same
This is what happens when Larry not here, man. See that? You see that, y'all? All right. Oh, no. That's not supposed to happen. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, let's see. Trent, are you there? Trent going once? Oh, no, I'm muted. I'm tripping.
How's the volume on your laptop?
I don't know. Allow. All right, hold on. There we go. Trent, can you hear me? Trent going once. Trent going twice. All right, Trent. Sorry, bro. All right, this is Gert. What is this? Grif, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, talk to me, man. What's going on? Sorry, we were trying to get the calls today.
Nothing much. Today, I think I just wanted to talk about a little of the hockey debate around. Like, we were told that hockey transcends all, but was it through a reliable narrator? Because we've seen a lot of stuff lately, especially about by stuff other than hockey, like Luffy and Loki weren't able to be dummy reversed, and we know Emu's hockey is way above theirs, or it has to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, and then you have things like, well, if Caesar was to take out the air out of the room, could you use any hockey to prevent that? Or are you just like, I mean, that happened to Luffy and he wasn't able to really do anything about it. So, like, there's got to be aspects of Devil Fruits that make them relevant. And what if it's just a thing where hockey doesn't really transcend, but it more of augments? So the things like if your will is strong enough to go against what somebody is trying to do. So like Logias are the main thing. Maybe it increases the density of that person and doesn't allow them to break apart. And I think this fits well with like the critical mass hockey that Roger learned, which is probably just the top tier. Like, so that's giving hockey more of a density aspect than anything. And like Big Mom and Kaido, like the reason they weren't able to be moved is they were too heavy for Law to move them because their hockey was too strong. And just thoughts about that.
What?
So I don't know from what Oda wrote if it was a hockey effect that Emu wasn't able to turn Loki and Luffy. From what we're saying, it didn't seem like it was their hockey, because that would bring out other implications. And then about the show of like, all right, it was able to affect Harold and no, not Harold. I'm sorry, able to affect Rocks, because the Giants, Dragon Boy, yeah, we understand that, but Rocks and then Luffy and Loki. So I think it was something else where maybe Oda's gonna elaborate on. So I don't know if it was the hockey stronger thing. If that is, then that's different, right? But for the Caesar thing, right, it can affect. That's different because it's like the air, the oxygen you're affecting. But I do believe we're saying hockey can transcend all. You're a certain level of observation, even especially future sight, should be able to tell you what's coming. Or were you able to react and get past that, like get out of that vicinity, or take out Caesar before he even attempts to do that, in that way. So that's where like hockey in itself could be affected for other aspects of it. It not necessarily has to be your conquerors or Bosuku, but also your observation, maybe in future sight, can play a role in it too.
I say yes only if you know what's happening, because it goes into Luffy got hit with a poo. Luffy legit has future sight, was using his future sight, but still couldn't tell what was going on or happening, and he still got hit from it. When Susie found out that the sound thing, when Drake explained to them, like, all right, this is happening because of this, and we see Drake, who's not a future sight user, maybe a regular observation user, is easily able to dodge it. So I'm thinking you can already see what's happening. Like, for instance, Cat, who's a proficient future sight user, still got hallucination on and ended up fighting Oven. To other people's eyes, he should have saw it coming. I said certain things factor in on if you know what's happening. And with your future sight and know what's going on, then you could stop it or dodge it. But if you really don't know what's happening or why it's the cause of it, even your future sight, if it's not giving you that information or you're not understanding that information, you're probably still not going to dodge because you still don't know why it's happening.
To me, that goes into I was saying like your level, because like I was saying before, right? For what we see with Luffy, so you've shown that what Cat's able that we saw is able to see future with multiple people. Luffy, what we've seen is his only future is only like one person, as in like one person attacking like Kaido or his opponent and him. We have never seen Luffy his future sight or it's other people where you would say, all right, I saw Kaido attack Zoro, or I saw that do that. Luffy's future sight is not to that extent or level. You know, what I'm trying to say, it's not stronger or better than Shanks is because Luffy's future is still very, very limited. You know, where people like that one, Shanks has shown them, like obviously, I'm saying like just like Shanks level, but he's able to see at a wide distance, but also like how much like the people he was like weren't even necessarily by him. The ships that were out there, you know, he's able to affect them. So look at that. So I think that's where Haki can in a way transcends all because it's not just about one version of it. It's like all the aspects and what you're able to do with it, where it can overcompensate like other things that abilities have, like even taking away oxygen, because that's like crazy, you know, because that's not necessarily attack against you. You're just removing it from the air, but your observation should be able to tell you that if it's like that, adapt to what's going on.
Okay. Griff, I'm going to try to get to some more callers here, so I'm going to drop you there. But I did like what you said about Haki augmenting fruits versus being above all in that way. So I like that. But
All right, y'all have a good one.
You too, man.
Thanks for calling.
All right, I put the rest of y'all's names in the randomizer, and Roxy Manny is actually the next name up. So, Manny, you there? Manny going once. Manny going twice. Donating early, man. Dami, you too late. You're not in the randomizer, bro. Hate to see it.
Let's go right now.
Manny, you there?
Yeah. Hello.
How's it going, man? Rapid fire. We gotta get through. Try to get at least one more caller and talk to
All
you.
right. Yeah. Well, we can get to the next caller really quick. I just wanted y'all to leave a good message for the community because that's kind of like what I'm all about. Like, just leave that good message, man. Make sure, inspire people, make everybody feel good. You know, everybody's on their own journey.
Hey, man,
Right,
appreciate
yeah,
that.
man.
And thank you so much for being so generous with your time and money, man. You were donating crazy earlier. We really thank you for the big donations. Sorry we didn't fully understand what you were saying about the Frankie thing. But as far as a message to the people, Larry's so much better at this than I am, bro. I'm such a negative person.
Oh, dang.
I'll say,
Hey, man, I feel that too because like I try to remind all the people around me in my circle, like, look, hey, man, there's two types of people out there in the world. There's good people influenced by bad, and you got to remind yourself to do the good. And then there's the bad folk who kind of run with that, and they got to remind themselves to do good. And I know what side I fall on, and that makes me stronger. So all y'all need to do that. Like, regardless of what side y'all fall on, just be the best person you can. Spread love, man. That's all I want to do. Spread love. Everybody got to spread love.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
I'd say chase happiness at all times is something that I do strive towards. Every decision I try to make is one that makes me happy, makes me smile. I think I've been blessed with a lot of things that have made me smile in my recent life and in life in general. So always be working towards the smiles, y'all. And not like the Doflamingo smiles. The other smiles. So.
Yeah.
All right?
No, man. Hey, I know you like to give Larry his credit, but that was, hey, man, the dopest quote you dropped not so far long ago. I put a super chat on there, but man, that it ain't hard work if you really enjoy what you're doing, sir. That is some realist.
It's real, man. It's real.
That is some hard. As a youngin,
Yeah, if y'all want,
I feel that, man.
I got more for y'all, man. If you want to make, you want to be happy, do something like we tried to do here, where you're able to make money off of something that you would have been doing anyway, or if you're able to profit off of something you were going to enjoy doing anyway. We were going to debate about One Piece anyway. We were going to get into these same arguments that we were doing we were doing this in the attic anyway.
Yeah.
When chapters dropped, we was arguing about One Piece. We were able to do it. And shout out to Larry. Again, I give him all the credit in the world. It was his idea, but he was able to do this, cultivate it, and say, hey, you know what? Let's make this happen. Let's go for it. And, again, this is just something we were going to be doing regardless. And we take pride and joy in it because I get to see my brothers. You know what I'm saying? I get to see Larry. I get to see Marv. You know? So, shout out to Larry. I know you out there.
That's real. That's that's why the whole community feels that, man. That's awesome because we all feel really enticed to be even us the loners, we feel like showing up for once and being like, hey, I got a crazy ass opinion. I know crazy. Sorry about that. But you know what I mean? I love that. And it's I love that type of community, man. I really enjoy this. This is a type of thing I love, man. I appreciate it. I hope y'all can get to the next caller who actually has some theory or something to build off of. But I just want to let y'all know, love and peace, everybody. Love and peace.
Appreciate that, man.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good call.
We did get a $5 super chat from Curiel. It says, leave a message to Larry. We need that smile. # Larry text. Yeah, man. Shout out to Larry, bro.
Yeah.
The GOAT. All right, one more caller. Sunnit was the next person on the list. Sunnit, talk to me, man. Rapid fire. Hit me.
Yo,
Yo.
Lawrence, I love you, man. I had a quick question for you.
Hey, what's going on, bro? Look.
Who do you think is the strongest person you can beat in One Piece?
You should know the answer to that.
Oh, my God.
Strongest
I
person.
know.
All right, I'll say like, who do you think is the strongest person in One Piece right now?
Yeah, that you can beat. That you can beat.
No, who do you think
In
is
the
the strongest
ring.
person in One Piece?
Well, I've been watching y'all for 3 years. So, accurately, I'll say something from the worst generation, like Hawkins. I think Hawkins is a good matchup.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hawk is tricky, bro. Hawk is tricky. Say Hawkins gets a doll and B. You still swinging?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm serious. Hawkins gets a Seb doll. You still swinging? You not gonna have no reservations?
I think I can figure it out.
He's not gonna swing. He's not gonna swing.
Someone's got it, man.
I think
He's got
I think
a
Haki
horrible
can
face,
somehow
but-
surpass that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think Haki can surpass that.
How?
You know, huh?
It will.
Like, no, how on your end? Sebastian would have to be the one who has the hockey to surpass that. You're just gonna hurt him with your hockey.
I think my future side would tell me. Yeah. I'm definitely taking out Hawkins. Me personally, so to answer your question, I'm not losing anybody. All right, I'm taking down evil. I'm taking down
My
evil.
name coming up.
All right, I'm taking down evil.
All right.
That's why you're my favorite, man.
Much love, man. Appreciate you.
Sonny, you have a good night, man.
I love y'all boys.
Love you too, man. You too, man.
I know they be wanting to have y'all on the call-in streams. I'm glad we were able to get to calls. Sorry, y'all. I put the names in a randomizer. It was how I dragged y'all up. So apologies if y'all wasn't able to get in. I'm still deciding on whether we'll do a call-in stream tomorrow. I might just go to the Knicks game. So we'll see. But like the stream, if you guys haven't already, this was a dope episode. I know y'all missing Larry. I was missing Larry today, too. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of talking about me today. But yeah, hit that like button if you haven't already. We did get one more super chat that came in. 16 months at Nakama status from King Peasant. It says, back from 5 years in the future, Magellan beats Green Bull.
Oh my goodness.
Ah, man. L said, let's do a call-in. We might still do the call-in, man. If I don't go to the game, I'll do the call-in. There's going to be a last-second decision here, man. Prices are kind of crazy. Prices is kind of wild, man. I'm not going to lie. But yeah. That's it from us today, guys. Hit the like button if you haven't already. We will be back next week with another stream. We will have a chapter to go over that week. Marv, work on your top 10 strongest. You know what I'm saying? If you can, I'll remind you. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I know next weck is, I think, Memorial Day for the Monday. So a lot of y'all should be off. So pull up on us, man.
And also, too, I want to ask, like, Oden versus Loki.
Loki, bro.
To be continued.
You heard it here first, man. All right, that's it from us. My name is Seb,
Law.
Lino.
and Larry, and this is that one. TOPT. I messed it up. Shout out.